And welcome back to the Lavicast. I'm your host, Lavicast, and I'm here with not only our regular guest, Derpaduh, but also with a new face that you might be familiar with, TheSilverAce01. How you guys doing today?
Good.
I'm also good.
All right. So today we're going to be changing things up a little bit. So instead of continuing our regular IDW Sonic criticism, we're going to be shifting over into a different series I have very fond memories of getting through, especially watching with my friends, called RWBY. So you might be familiar with this one as it is a major product of Rooster Teeth that I believe originally started on YouTube, or was that on Blip first?
It began on YouTube, I believe. It was like very accessible for like several years,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not until recently under the acquisition of Viz Media, I believe, or maybe like late Warner Brothers, that they kind of just nuked the channel, and now it's kind of a Blu-ray only type deal with very minimal streaming offerings.
And Crunchy. Oh, don't forget Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll.
No, it's not on Crunchyroll anymore.
Wait, it's not on Crunchyroll anymore?
No, it's not on Crunchyroll anymore.
That's stupid. Oh yeah, it's only on there. It's only on
It's on
wait,
like
is
some
Beats on?
Samsung streaming site now, I think.
I'm sorry, Samsung has a streaming site?
I don't know. It was like it was a phone company for sure. Like
No. Okay, hold up. I can
Singular presents RWBY.
hold up. I can broaden this. So Samsung tries to do a lot of different things. Like it's not just like their tech stuff. They try to get into servers. They try to get into screens. They try to sell home appliances. And yes, they did try doing streaming, both music and music.
Samsung TV Plus, yes.
Yes. But I never heard about them doing original content. As far as I was aware, their Samsung stuff is basically just taking a bunch of syndicated stuff and just broadcasting that whenever. I don't know who in their right or wrong mind said, hey, you know what should be one of their first original products that they run? RWBY. But we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I think that's but I digress. Let's get back on topic. So
I hope you all enjoyed the Samsung portion of this RWBY discussion.
Yeah.
All right. So Derp, I hand it back to you.
Yeah, so like this was like a really popular show in like the early 2010s. It's still popular now. I think it's dying down though with each season for whatever reason. Um and like I just said, it was like really accessible. Like you if this has such a wide fan base and like nostalgia from like a lot of people just because of how easy it was to access and watch through. And I I get why like this is one of those like really like dedicated like things for like a lot of people. And I don't want to get too into all of like the background history of the show just because
Let's just go ahead and jump into the show.
okay. But yeah,
I'm also here.
yeah, he's also here.
Yes.
Me and Lavi have seen this show ourselves, and we kind of wanted to re-experience it, but talk about it with a fresh pair of eyes, which is why Silver Ace is here as our new guy into the mix of RWBY. So this is going to be like a semi-retrospective, semi kind of new experience. Might be a bit of a wacky talk, but I mean it should be fun, all things considered.
All right. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, so why don't we start off with
What's the
the
premise?
trailers?
Oh, sure. What did you guys like? What did you guys think of the trailers?
They're very interesting.
Go on.
I like the idea of marketing that like tells its own story. I feel like that's kind of a lost art these days. Every piece of marketing is just how can we spoil this thing as quickly as possible. However, it feels like they were polishing some rough edges here before it actually went to series.
What do you mean? I'm curious.
I mean, first of all, the acting which is so weird. So I figured this was going to be a thing into season 1 and that they'd like kind of work all this out as the seasons went on. Honestly, I thought everyone was perfectly well acted in season 1, more or less. But in the trailer, particularly the Blake and whoever the red-haired guy is, I don't know if we know his name yet. Neither one of them could act in that trailer. They both said things with this very like kind of flat tone that didn't really match what was going on. And then when RWBY shows up at the end of Yang's trailer, she had, like, I can't describe it, but the voice she has of like, oh, hey, Yang, well, what is going on here? Like, it felt very like inorganic.
What are you doing here?
Also, I don't know why this bothered me so much, but in the Red trailer, the wolf monsters just have like the most stock PS1 dog enemy sound effects I've ever heard in my life.
Oh yeah, no, it's like it reminds me of like Sonic Chronicles like sound effects. They're so like crunchy. It's a rough initial start. You got to look over those like even the models. They haven't even gotten the Grim models down yet, which I find just so adorable. Because they're all just like basic pitch black wolves with red eyes and like red maw, and they it's cute how quaint everything just started off. Even with the stellar hype moments in aura action scene we get from Ruby Rose. Like it's just kind of quaint to see how far it came after that. And like you can see the improvements trailer by trailer, like little things stack up, like little changes, little additions, and it's nice to see them basically like developing it as they go almost.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And when it comes to, I honestly, it's been a minute since I've seen these trailers, but I did remember them being at the very least really impressive, especially for being made by basically a small team 13 years ago. And all from ground up. And I do agree with you. The acting was a little stiff, especially for Blake and
like I mean, personally, I don't think the voice acting is too bad. Like early on, maybe I'm just really poisoned by like my nostalgia, because I really do enjoy like these first early 2 seasons, like this starting era. The only part in these trailers I've ever went ew, ugh, was Yang's dialogue. In her yellow trailer, Yang very early on in like from the trailer to season 1 was very kind of like what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of like femme fatale esque, which is kind of got like a thing almost for boys. But by season 2, they kind of completely almost strip that, which is a positive change, honestly. Yeah, like you can tell like just how like rough it was in that trailer. It is painful to kind of get through like those few scenes. But
I mean, can we talk about? Sorry, you finish your thing, and then I want to talk about Yang because I have some problems with Yang in her trailer.
No worries. But yeah, no, like I really do love all of these different trailers for like different reasons. But as I just said before, you can like see the kind of like growth with each episode, and they kind of explore the world in subtle ways you like might not even pick up on. Like episode 1 introduces you kind of like to this girl and the fact that there are these monster things, but like we get the white trailer which introduces us to this kind of like princess type character, and she's fighting a knight. Like what's that about? That's so interesting. And we see her get her scar, and a lot of people kind of don't pick up on this until like later. But like Weiss in that trailer is her Halo shield, Fortnite shield, etc. That breaks down, and her like determination, resolve to win this kind of game, this show, is like literally pushing her to fight through her like damaged state. Like that wound, like that sticks with her after all that. Like her, it's kind of badass in a sense. Like even though she's literally in critical danger, is still willing to push through the little fight. I mean that's cool. Episode 3, trailer 3, black. We get introduced like the Faunus a bit. We get introduced to this cool guy, Adam. And then we find out like throughout the trailer, this guy's kind of bad. Oh no. And on top of that, we see robots. There are the cool robots in this world. What's that about? Where they come from? Who made them? We'll find out later. Like little more questions like that. And we also got like a beautiful like background environment called like the Forever Fall, which is like a red forest. I think it's simple, but it's so visually aesthetically pleasing. And yeah, Yang trailer. Yeah, like Yang fights Angry Joe, and it's pretty fun. And you got like twins that people keep asking to come back. I don't get it, but everyone's got a favorite niche character. You get some dialogue in there too. And now you can talk about Yang.
Okay, am I the only one who felt like Yang's trailer had a little bit of the writer's poorly disguised fetish in there?
Continue.
I mean, it just felt like, God, I really wish a big, strong girl would just grab my pee-pee and yell at me while she did it. Like,
Here's the problem. You're not too. I want to double check this before I confirm this, but this is the same studio and pretty sure mostly the same team that worked on Red versus Blue. And
Yeah.
they got around to introducing women. They were, let's say this, but less fun.
Yeah, I think before this show, they didn't really have the best track record with writing female characters. They were either like on two like polar like different scales of. It was either the angriest, most like the rudest woman imaginable, and then like the most ditziest airhead you can imagine.
yeah,
Well,
no, like,
actually, to be fair, it really was all of them were bitches and one airhead.
oh my. No, I mean, like, I think in the show, Yang is fine. I think they're all more or less fine. But this trailer, it had big, like, mommy step on me energy. Like,
that is very true.
We will be seeing people being stepped on. Just wait until Volume 5.
But to answer your question in particular, this is definitely going to be this might be a bit of a problem later. Fortunately, it's not going to be Yang. It's going to be someone else. But we can talk about that when we get there. It's going to be a while before that becomes a consistent problem. But I get what you're talking about with that trailer.
Yeah, I think these trailers are just like really fun, and like the first trailer, like these are all still available on YouTube, which is good. They should be. Don't think they should all be taken down, just because like they're original, and whatnot, and it should be like bundled with a Blu-ray. But like if you go to like, those trailers, they have like millions upon like millions of views, and like especially the first one, a lot of people will actually like these days, which I find kind of petty, is a lot of people will go back to that first trailer, then kind of doom post like, "Man, I wish the whole show was like this one trailer," and they basically just want the kind of like fantasy storybook equivalent of like solo leveling, just for like this, and I'm like, no, like
Okay,
I to each their own, but man, I really do just enjoy like a lot like the character beats, the fun, with all the rough edges that come later. I would take it over hype moments in aura with the most sauceless surface level depth imaginable.
okay, hold on. I think that's a little unfair to the people who are saying this. Like, without going into too much spoilers, there's a reason why that they're asking about that stuff in the first place. Because SilverAce, you saw the death battle between RWBY and Maka, right?
no. The only death battle I've seen with a RWBY character was the one they did with Yang that I thought was awesome when I watched it when I was like 14, but apparently everyone was really mad about.
Okay. Basically, okay, I'm not going to go in that example. So basically, there's nothing wrong with wanting to have a bunch of cool fight scenes in an action series. You can do this stuff and have the character beats. The problem is the problem is that the show really doesn't do any of these moments for after a while, and for whatever character interactions that are beneficial in those in the later seasons, it's still an action series at the end of the day, and wanting to have this stuff having stuff like this to happen isn't a problem.
Yeah, no, I will give people like the credit of season one when we talk about it in a moment. Season one can be one of those, man, is this even worth pushing through type of deals? There's like a lot of horror stories of people kind of watching it, and at one point or another, they're like, I think I'm gonna drop this. But then they get to like that one scene that's like, you know what, I'm gonna keep going. And I believe like most people after that point will like inevitably become like the fans they are. Honestly, like for me, it was the the big scene on the Emerald Forest, which we will talk about like now. But yeah, no, like I do love these trailers. And do you thought they were all good, more or less, Ace?
Yeah, no, I know they're definitely. Here's the thing, like for all the crap that I'm sure we're all going to talk about, the trailers and the show or whatever. This is all very impressive. Like,
Oh yeah, no,
like
this was before they became part of what was it called? Like it's like
full
the
screen?
most full screen. Yeah, it's like the it's like
Me
you
being a
call your
sweaty old Screw Attack fan came in clutch for once in my life.
Yay.
why would you call your company that? It's so it's so forgettable. Yeah, they got like acquired by that company like after season 3. And then they became like more like a bigger studio past that point.
But no, these are very impressive. And also one huge props I want to say is I think they knew one of the big draws of the series was going to be the music, because the music
Oh
in all
yes.
these trailers, moi.
Phenomenal. Yeah, phenomenal. I loved like all of the different tracks. I'm not too big on like the Weiss song. It's a little bit too like sentimental. Like it's not a funky beat to me. I want a bopper, man.
But they
I
don't.
love.
Isn't there like a remix?
Yeah, there
More of a
is.
bopper?
I'm not too big on the remix either, man.
You piece
But
of
I do.
shit.
But like, yeah, like red like roses and Ruby song. I love how
Oh,
it
that's
like
such a bop.
it when it picks up.
Like
When it picks up
roses.
halfway through that trailer and it's like dun 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 dun, it's so cool. The Black trailer, the song that accompanies that is so 2000s emo. If
Yes.
you have you listened to the lyrics of that?
Oh yeah, I've listened. I went listened to the OST for season 1. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like treat me like a worthless animal. But like the lyrics accompany like the characterization. It's like storytelling on top of like the story that you're watching, which is like a thing that kind of continues on throughout the seasons. And Yang's song "I Burn" is actually I think that one might be peak. It's
I mean, it's fucking iconic.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, no, like the song is literally like, if you can summarize that song, it is literally like, if you mess with me, I will fuck you up. Like that is like the basis of the song. It's so
yeah, no.
cool. Uh, yes, no, the music in the show is great, and like throughout like season 1 and 2, it continues to be great. Yeah, no, it's like a Sonic in that sense. If the current story might not be doing it for you, at least there's always like music around the corner to pick you back up, kind of thing.
Thank you for tying this back to Sonic. I was beginning to lose interest for a moment.
Yeah, we go for all the subscribers that are only here for Sonic the Hedgehog. Get around to it at some point, but let's get back to volume 1 now.
All right then. So where do you guys? So when it comes to volume 1, I think volume 1 initially starts out with Ruby getting to do the classic stopping robbers in the middle of robbing a place, and she ends up being able to ends up accidentally getting involved, and then ends up helping to not necessarily stop them from stealing dust from the place, but ultimately ended up putting up something resembling a fight. that fight was witnessed by the head schoolmaster of
Beacon Academy.
of their academy in order to become true hunters and huntresses. And he ends up giving her a chance to just skip 2 years ahead in order to be able to go to the school alongside our other three main characters, Weiss, Blake, and Yank.
Can we talk about the quote at the beginning of episode 1?
Please do.
They put the quote is, "There will be no victory in strength." What the fuck are you talking about?
Okay,
I think the idea is the heart, like the heart, or the like thoughts.
It doesn't even feel like it's like fake deep. It just feels like nonsense. Like you just
don't worry, because they kind of have this trouble writing deep dialogue quite a bit, like like a certain speech in the forest later on.
a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Also, okay. Sorry, I don't want to hijack it.
Please do. Please do.
Okay, so a couple things. First of all, have either of you ever seen Iron Man Armored Adventures?
No.
Okay, well, fuck both of you. But
I know we're not cultured.
anyone who has seen it, I hope they can agree. The animation in this very much reminds me of that like 3D CG anime style. They look very similar.
Yeah, like the animation style is done in a software called Poser. It's like a really, from what I can tell, it's like a really niche. Like Monty, the kind of like main head of this whole thing, he kind of made it his baby with how he used it. But yeah, no, like I get real kind of like early MMO Japanese, like Eastern kind of vibes from the whole thing, and it's like, damn, I wish I could play this because it just looks, it has a really unique charm to it. And I will be one of those defenders. I really do love like the Poser era of RWBY. I really do love its charms, and as it like continues on from season 1, it just gets more polished. Like season 2 and 3 look really good. We're not going to talk about season 3 here, but like by season 3, it's like, man, this looks like perfect now. Like they're really, you'll see when we talk about that one day.
Yeah, also Lavi just had up the Iron Man Armored Adventures Tony Stark. So you can see
he looks so baby. I've never seen this. He looks really
like a RWBY character, right? Like
he looks like Peter Parker. This is Peter Parker. This is not Tony Stark.
No,
he looks
in the show.
I was gonna say he looks like the guy from Big Hero 6, like the protagonist of it.
No, because the show they basically were like, what if Iron Man was also Spider-Man? Like he goes to school and it's a whole thing. It's a good show.
Okay.
If that show has one fan, it's me. If it has no fans, I'm dead. Or however that meme goes. But
awesome.
All right, now that's how the meme goes. All right.
But
yeah,
also,
like this. Oh, sorry. What were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna keep going because we kind of introduced the premise, and I had some questions about the premise. So
go on.
The school. Okay. So this school. So they just hand these children guns.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they're like, just go.
Well, not just guns. Like melee weapons that also turn into guns.
Yeah, but my point is, should we? Maybe it's not the best idea for these children to be walking around with guns. Yeah, like.
Oh wait,
like, no, that's fine.
SilverAce, don't worry. They weren't
made by Americans.
No. They weren't just handed guns. Oh no, they've had guns for years before this. Because remember, RWBY wasn't just some random girl on the street. She was already going to the middle school equivalent of the Huntress program.
Yeah.
They had kids since even before then. They could have been having these guns since they were 10.
Oh, okay. So that's even better. So, when Timmy sees that his crush has gone off with another boy, I'm really happy that he's going to be holding a gun in his hand.
Yes, of course.
That's great.
This is how the world works, man. They got bigger problems like those wolves and stuff.
So here's the thing. Silver, I don't know how old you are, so so forgive me if this sounds condescending, okay? So RWBY is trying to do the same like battle school anime bullshit that was going on kind of around the time. The main show that RWBY was taking a lot of hits from is Soul Eater, which also has the same premise, which also more or less have the same premise. And I just finished watching Soul Eater in particular, so it's going to be really fun comparing these two. But both of them kind of have the same problem of, why are you giving guns, deadly weapons to children? Like, Soul Eater at least addresses the fact that those weapons don't work on humans, but still, like, why are we giving? And yes, even though the humans are living people too. Long story, don't ask. Why are we having 12 and 14-year-olds learn how to use these things?
See, I'm gonna be that guy. I'm gonna say I think you just gotta look over it early on because,
No, you have to. No, you have to.
like early volume 1 and 2, they're not taking themselves super seriously. Volume 2 does take itself a bit more seriously, but like volume 1 is like very laid back and very just let's have fun. Barely any world building or like lore whatsoever. There is like foreshadowing stuff here and there, but that doesn't come up until a couple seasons later. But yeah, no, like you have to look over a lot of little things in volume 1. Like from the get-go, like Galinda starts using like all of these powers and stuff, and that's like, is that dust? How is she using the dust? How is she doing all this stuff? Because they didn't really get how the powers worked yet. But you can like also look at Cinder's powers, and you're asking like, well, what's she doing? Because it kind of seems like she's got multiple abilities, and that may not be answered until later.
Well, hold up. I don't think those are the same at all. Like, as much as
Well, but it's like they didn't really define every little detail yet until later, and this is kind. No, I think this is valid. I think like a lot of things kind of just got overlooked from the get go because it was so simple back then, and it wasn't until later when things became an issue because they kind of didn't think their world all the way through. So it kind of feels like I guess mild spoiler, but it kind of feels like they don't kind of build in the world as they go, which is a problem in of itself.
Okay, hold up. So those are two different tracks, because the problem is what you're talking about. That's lore, world building problems, which every fantasy series is going to have an issue with. We're going to discuss how that applies to RWBY later. We're talking about, and Ace, correct me if I'm wrong, just the simple fact of, why are we letting children use weapons and deadly weapons?
That was more
there's no world, like, the answer is, we're making the show for kids and we want kids to feel like they can actually be powerful and stuff. That's the answer, because there's no other reason why they wouldn't wait for these kids to at least be 18, so it makes sense for them to be able to be strong enough to be able to wield these things. Well, but they're not, because this is just for the audience and the type of main characters they want to have. There's no answer around that. Other than that,
yeah, no, it is wacky, because I mean, yeah, they're doing like your typical like magic school thing, it's like Harry Potter, with less transphobia or whatever. But at least in there, they aren't just handing the children weapons. It's like, no, you have a wand and you're gonna turn a frog into a bunny or something. Like,
yeah.
They don't go like, okay, we're gonna go into the forest. You're gonna kill something with this.
Yeah, here's a pair of shotguns to your bracelets.
Yeah,
go punch shit up. Oh, it's amazing. I don't know if you know this, but and I didn't until a certain video that just by mentioning it will possibly ire some comments. But I didn't know this until that video. The fight at the beginning of this whole thing in that store, it's actually like kind of lifted from Cowboy Bebop's movie.
Yes, it is.
Which is I watched the movie myself, and you can feel the inspiration, especially later when they get onto a train with a dog fight.
What is this Cowboy Beep Boop you speak of?
It's an iconic anime that just I feel insulted by your. It was in Fortnite, Ace. You know what didn't get in Fortnite? Sailor Moon.
Fuck you.
More iconic than Sailor Moon.
It is definitely not.
No, it is in Fortnite. But yeah, no. They wear a lot of inspiration on their sleeve, like you just said. Lavi with that one anime.
Mm-hmm. Soul Eater.
Yeah, Soul Eater. Yes, that one. But yeah, no. They get to Beacon, and then we start to have some fun interactions.
RWBY meets the love of her life, Weiss.
Which one is that? Oh, Weiss.
Yeah, you've created another annoying white rose shipper, Derp. How do you feel?
I mean, they are kind of like the best option.
Oh, definitely. They are perfect.
like I'm gonna be for real. The only other RWBY ships that I personally can think of are like hetero slop.
Ugh.
Like legitimately, like Jaune and RWBY are like kind of a thing, but then people kind of like hardcore push what do they call it, White Knight. That's
What
like
the fuck
Jaune
is
and
that?
that's Jaune and White.
Oh,
So,
Um,
see, there's a reason why they did why the Yang episode had a Dommy Mommy thing. They wanted to hurt that audience, and we got it with these two because there's no reason to ship Weiss with Jaune other than you just want to see her step on him.
she
I don't
can
know.
step on RWBY.
I don't think RWBY would want to be stepped on. I think RWBY kind of ruffles Weiss's feathers too much.
Look, I'm just saying, I'm a sucker for the enemies to friends to lovers and the
Oh
contrast.
yeah, no, I get that. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, like
Yeah. Yeah, like the only other RWBY ship I've ever looked at and thought, oh, that's kind of cute, is a ship that nobody can decide on if it's like allowed or if it's illegal
all right, are we
because
talking
of
about
semantics
are we
of
talking about the robot
details.
girl? Are we talking about the robot girl?
Oh no, people love that as well.
Oh, okay.
There's something far further on. It's like a sitcom-esque romance scenario that I love the concept of, but everyone's like, but this one thing, and I'm like, you gotta look over that thing.
Oh, we have to look over something with Weiss too, unfortunately. Oh, come
Yes.
on. We'll get to that.
Yeah. So early beacon, they get in within like a day. Everybody's sleeping in the same room, men and women.
That was
Like,
insane. I cannot believe they did
yeah,
that.
yeah. They just like offhandedly like comment like, "Don't think Dad would approve of all the boys though." Just like across the room. It's like, could they not find everyone like a better room? It's just.
No, well, they have plenty of rooms. I don't know why they aren't at least separated. Into, you just put all these horny 18-year-olds into one room. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Yeah,
I
it's
mean, to be fair, they can get that shit going.
early RWBY charms.
Huh?
I was just saying the early charms of RWBY, how simple things were. You just have to look over so much.
I mean, wait, hold up. Did they ever even really stop doing that?
They get their like dorm rooms.
But Juniper
Yeah.
hold up. But Juniper is mixed gender, and they all sleep in the same bedroom.
I mean, that's not.
It's like a team. That's a team though. Like they're all buddies by that point.
How does that help? How does that? Oh, sure. So the characters who are always going to be around, the 4 kids are going to be around each other all the fucking time, are also going to be in the same room together.
I'm just going to say there's a level of trust there, whereas like an old man you just met, your head teacher, takes a bunch of teenagers and says like, all right, here's a room. You 50 people who have only just saw each other, you can sleep together.
Yeah.
Not together, but you know what I mean.
Okay, so here's the thing. Yes, it's 50 random strangers, but I'm like, why the fuck would you leave 4 teenagers, especially mixed gender, in one bedroom together?
As I just said, there's like a level of trust.
You're thinking about it if it's without consent. My problem is it's even with consent, it still would be a problem.
I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, you know.
I think they're just more forward. Like
they
they have lesbians in this world. Spoilers.
What?
Lesbians can't get pregnant on their own.
I don't know what to tell you, man. I this was early RWBY charms.
But maybe
I gotta look over this.
Maybe they sterilize all the students during the entry exam.
Yeah, no. I'm not. No, seriously, I'm not giving them that credibility. We're gonna talk about the school and all this stuff later in a minute.
Sterilize.
No. The simple. Here's the thing: they don't stop doing. But Derp, they don't stop doing this.
Oh no, this school is awful. This is
Oh yeah, no. It's,
I mean, like they say, like John has not slept in a room without one of the other girls in the cast since all the way from season 1 to pretty much season 5 at the minimum. Am I wrong, Derp?
I'm trying to think, but I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know.
Look, it's not good. No.
No, it's not good.
But they only had so many rooms.
And that giant fucking castle of a school.
Can we move on? Can we move on to
Yeah, can
anything else?
we move on? Speaking of how dangerous and bad the school is, the landing strategy thing to like
Okay, they're straight up trying to kill these kids.
yeah, no, that was like straight out of like Total Drama Island like scenario. Like the teacher is just like the guy from that. Just it's like, can we talk about landing strategy? Go now. And just like Fortnite Battle Royale, try and survive. Yeah, what are we dropping? And like they don't give you a parachute. You just have to find the Minecraft water to land in safely. just ridiculous.
Well, but also, the rules of this make no sense. So the first person you lock eyes with is your partner, but then you and your partner are going to team up with another person, their partner, when this is all said and done, and the four of you are going to form a team.
Yes.
So it just feels odd.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
They wanted to do the sorting house thing, but they wanted it to be funnier. And it's like, I think y'all went a little too far with this shit.
I wouldn't be too surprised if there was like a little bit more going on, because they are watching the thing like unfolding. They've got like an iPad and I guess invisible cameras just placed around the forest at convenient
points. Which is really fucking creepy when you think about it.
I don't know.
I mean, it's probably for safety reasons, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Safety would be, not shooting them off of a fucking catapult.
Well, yeah, but assuming we're doing that, we should at least make sure that like we keep an eye on them.
Okay.
We say safety, like
that's what makes it. Hold up, that's what makes it creepy though, that they are keeping an eye. How much they're keeping an eye on them, because it's not just about going, okay, we're going to make sure you don't get eaten by something. It's, oh yeah, we're going to keep track of every last thing about you, so we can figure out which character will you have the most synergy with to work together to be monster killers.
Well, yeah, but they're clearly not doing a very good job at that, given what we learned about John later. But well, no, but also it's like an honor system thing. Like they have to make sure, because how would they know who you locked eyes with first if they weren't keeping an eye on you?
Yeah. Like Weiss could easily just say, "Oh, I saw Pyrrha first," and like unless Pyrrha says like, "No, bish," like yeah, like, unless they say no, like Weiss could easily just like have the ultimate team, and we would never get White Rose.
Exactly. Which would be the worst timeline.
Sorry, guys, we're never getting White Rose.
We are getting White Rose.
We're not getting White Rose. I'm sorry.
I don't know what RWBY will ever be pegged.
Yeah, isn't the show dead?
No,
like, what are we...
we just had last season. We confirmed she's homophobic.
What?
Yes.
Oh right, yeah. Spoilers.
I'm gonna say that's internalized homophobia. But anyway. What was I saying? I don't know.
White Rose.
Yeah. Also, can we talk about how good these designs look together? Like the color for this team is top notch.
Yeah.
I love these outfits so much. They're gonna get new ones after like a few seasons, and I miss these so much.
I mean, I don't mind. You gotta switch it up a bit. You know?
I love the concept in like media of like always giving like the cast like a new design like every so often, just to shake things up. But yeah, I don't know, these outfits to me are just iconic. Which isn't me saying I don't have favorites later, but I just love these so much, man. and like you said, they look so good together. they're great.
As Tony
Do you
the
have any-
Tiger said, they're
yeah,
great.
yeah, they're great. Yeah. Do you have any favorites here? Like, what's your favorite one?
Oh, I mean, like I said, RWBY and Weiss just look great next to each other because of their contrasting black and white.
Yeah.
Black and red is like my favorite color scheme though, so probably RWBY.
Yeah. Same. But yeah, no, in the Emerald Forest, we get probably one of the clunkiest bits of like exposition, which is from Pyrrha to Jean. Because in that in that scene, we're supposed to be fed information on how like the aura works, which is kind of like Ruby's equivalent to Fortnite shields and whatnot, like
Yeah.
a video game health bar number 2 that regenerates like back over time. And it's so clunky. She's like the aura of your soul, the manifestation of light. That we must defeat the darkness, and that is, and Jean's like, that's our purpose, because the light and darkness are opposites, and we fight those. And then Pyrrha's like, no, it's this, and like, it's like a force field, and like so much gets said, but like nothing gets said, and it's so awkward that you really have to like wrangle your mind around like, is this what she meant? I think that's what she meant. And
I think what she meant was it's called aura, bro. That was all I could think of this whole scene. She's going
but what's
on and on
really
about aura.
what's also really dumb about this moment is that Jean has gone his whole life not knowing somehow aura exists. Which
Yeah, which is insane.
yeah, because he says later on, like, oh, I come from like a long line of like valiant warriors in like the Great War, and I want to be just like them. And like, okay, you're some like hot shot kid from like this big history, but you don't know all of like these basic fundamentals about your world. Like,
Nope.
yeah, like this whole thing that we're gonna get into later as well. But Jean is an enigma.
Yeah. Also,
Um,
okay, these motherfuckers cannot decide what fairy tale they're like doing a spin on, because like RWBY, okay, they're doing like a Red Riding Hood thing with RWBY, where she's like, obviously she's got the hood, and also like she fights wolves, which I assume is meant to be related to that. But then it's also a Wizard of Oz pastiche because the guy's name is Oz and the lady's name is Glinda, and they're in the Emerald Forest. And also there's 4 of them, so I assume they're meant to be analogs, but none of them really fit those character archetypes.
yeah, my short answer is don't worry about it.
But
Okay, no.
Don't worry about
the
it.
longer correct answer is don't worry about it. All the fairy tale stuff put in here is bullshit. Like,
okay.
just don't worry about it.
We can go. I
Like-
think we can start going be a little bit more honest here. Yeah, about like
Legitimately, if you want like a fairy tale parody done more sincerely, the closest you're gonna get is like Shrek
yeah.
or something.
That's
like,
fair.
their Goldilocks is infinitely more faithful than whatever Yang is. I don't know what. Like, she's supposed to be.
Yang meant to be Goldilocks?
Yes.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, I remember when Goldilocks had some dope ass shotgun fists and beat the shit out of those bears.
I mean, think about it. Weiss is supposed to be Snow White. What about her has anything to do with Snow
I
White?
thought she was the Ice Queen.
No, Weiss as in Snow White.
But okay. Also,
Like,
okay,
who
can
do
we
you
talk
think,
about
like, who do you think Blake's supposed to be?
whatever I would say? It's going to be wrong. So,
She's the Beauty and the Beast.
but because she has cat ears.
Yes.
Okay. Also, can we talk
Yeah,
about?
no, she's supposed to be Belle. The Beast is
And the Beast.
Adam. No, Adam's supposed to be the Beast.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Oh,
but real talk. Can we talk about their
lame.
names
That
for a
is
second?
lame.
Can
I
we talk
think
about the
that's-
naming
just
scheme
put
for a
that together.
second? Because
Go
it
on,
drives
go
me
on.
insane. So
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
RWBY's name is RWBY. That's a color. It's RWBY.
Yeah.
RWBY red is a color. Weiss's name, Weiss, sounds like white, her
Yes.
associated color. Blake sounds like black, her associated color. And then Yang messes up the whole thing.
Wait, hold up. But hold up. To be fair, what name that starts with Y would work for yellow in that situation?
Yelena.
It's a little bit closer, yeah.
It's closer than Yang.
Yeah, I can, yeah. I would just say that's a funny coinkydink, because the only like coloration naming scheme thing going on is when they're naming the teams and not the individuals themselves. Because I think in season 2, jumping ahead, but like Oz gives this big speech about like back in the old days there was a thing about color and inspiration and creativity, and that's why we name the colors of the teams. The colors. There you go. It's like, okay.
Also, we find out the team names are the first letters of their names put together. It's really convenient that they happen to work out like that, and that you didn't get like Team Akachika or something.
We're gonna get.
Oh yeah.
That we're never like. Sometimes they'll be able to make a word out of that. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes it does end up just being a clusterfuck of letters. You'll see why later.
Anyway, can we get the fuck out of this forest? Like,
we don't want to talk about the fight scene, the cool fight scene.
It's cool.
Yeah, no, that fight scene's so cool. I love the part in this episode. Well, this part where they strategize a plan because their goal is to because what they're doing is forming a team, and then they got to get these little trinket things from a podium and take them back to the school. And their objective isn't to fight or kill anything. So Jean is like, okay, run and live. That's the plan. And then like 5 minutes later, Monty Ohm, director, is like, guys, I got a really cool fight scene idea. Can we do this cool fight scene idea? So fuck the script. They're gonna do a big flash
in the way. There's a big bird in the way.
They got a cool spectacle fight scene where they fight a giant ass bird and a scorpion, and it's awesome.
It's pretty awesome.
It's awesome. It's a little bit clunky with how some of the dialogue works. Like at one moment, there's a scorpion, and Jean and Pierrot are trying to fight it, and Jean, almost like a video game, just tells Pierrot like Pierrot, and then Pierrot just immediately knows. Ah, yes, when he called my name, that meant I must throw my shield, so that it will Captain America slice the scorpion's tail, causing it to fall, and then pierce the scorpion's head. Yes. She got all that from one word. Her name.
This motherfucker holds on to that tail for like 10 minutes. Just
yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
But
yeah, no.
There was. Oh, sorry. Go on.
No, I was just saying. I love the fight scene. I kind of get why it made so many fans through all of like the slow high school stuff, and yeah, it made me a fan. Yeah.
I really like the exchange between Ruby and Weiss.
Go on.
Because I like all of them, but also, okay, wait, before I get to that, how do you guys feel about the Ruby Weiss reconciliation that happens? Because
in the forest?
Yeah, because like, it feels like we're setting up like a slow burn, like enemies enemies to friends thing. But then Weiss is immediately like, okay, fine, I guess we're friends. But to be fair, they only have like 2 hours for their whole first season, so we gotta speed some of these things along.
Fun fact, this was going to be a mini series, and it was only going to be about the Emerald Forest, about seeing them coming together. It's going to be like 4. It was going to be like 4 episodes, but because of how well the trailers did, they got a bigger budget.
That's great. That's awesome. Yeah. But all this is to say, there's a fun interaction where Ruby goes like they're like aiming Ruby at the thing, and Ruby says something to the effect of like, "Hey Weiss, are you sure that you can do this?" And she's like, "Can I?" And there's a long pause, and she goes, "Oh, yes, of course I can." Like, I thought that was fun.
Yeah, no, like there's a lot of good comedy actually in like the show. Like rewatching it, for me it was kind of easy to forget like how like I love those like little exchanges. But like revisiting the show myself, there's just so many little parts that just catch me like off guard and like, oh, that's actually really good. And it's like it could might just be like really simple things that just tickle my brain or whatever. But I just like Yang and Ruby on the ship as they arrive to Beacon. She's like looking at the news, Yang, and she's like, "Who's that?" And then immediately right after, Glinda, who's on the TV, is like, "I'm Glinda Goodwitch," and Yang is like, "Oh." Jean shows off his shield to Ruby as they arrive, like outside the beacon building, and John's like, the shield gets smaller, so when I get tired of carrying it, I can just put it away. And Ruby's like, but wouldn't it weigh the same? Yeah, it does. There's just a lot of like little dialogue exchanges and just moments that, yeah, no, I just think like there's a lot of good bits throughout
My
the
favorite
show.
one in terms of the comedy in that early part is Ruby's yelling at Yang, and she's like, "Oh, you left me and I exploded." And she goes like, "Well, metaphorically."
Oh
And then
my
later
God.
on, she's like, "Oh my God, you actually exploded." Like just the delivery on that line was so good.
No, yeah, no, it's amazing. Oh my God.
Also, can we address another bullshit fantasy element?
What?
Continue.
There are monsters in this world called Beowulfs, right?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Have either of you ever read the story of Beowulf?
I have only watched the CGI movie.
I
Okay.
have vague memories studying it in high school English. But
Yeah. Now, so Lavi and maybe Derp, I don't know about this movie. You might remember Beowulf wasn't the monster in Beowulf.
Yeah.
Grendel was.
Yeah.
So why are the monsters called Beowulfs?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yeah, well, like,
Don't worry. They'll be really on the nose with their fantasy stuff later. Like so on the nose, it's gonna make your eyes roll. But for now, it's really quaint. It's just like, why are they called that thing? Like, why are they based on that? Don't think about it. They just are.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
so
it's
anyway,
cute.
They kill the bird, they go back to school, they get put in their teams.
They become Team Ruby and Team Juniper, and also Cardinal, the bullies.
And third one.
Yeah.
do we get to talk about that arc now?
No, we gotta talk about Weiss.
Oh, right, no.
Because she's immediately like, wait, I'm not the team leader? Me? Ruby is?
Yeah, how are these team leaders decided? Because it's definitely not performance.
Nah, Oz is just like, I'm cooking.
Yeah, well, what's funny is Oz is talking about like making the decisions for team leaders, and he says, and I wrote this down. Hold on, let me find it. He goes, "I've made more mistakes than any man, woman, and child on this planet." That's a bit presumptuous, don't you think?
What?
Foreshadowing.
I wonder what that could mean.
Yeah, I assume it's alluding to something because that's a big. That is a bold statement.
But yeah, no, it's a really funny line. Because it's like, wait, what? How's that helpful? But he's just like, in this moment, I think I made the right call.
Yeah, but he's like, but
it's like, what do you mean in this moment?
But it's also funny when you think about it, because he's basically going, I am the biggest fuck up in the world. Yes. But don't worry, me choosing you as leader doesn't mean that was the fuck up though, right?
me and Lavi in the corner just
Anyway. But no, this episode's cute. There's a fun bit at the end where Weiss gets Ruby some coffee.
Yeah, it's just like she's just angry that she wasn't leader. So people call this like a retread of like the arc. It kind of is, but differently. Whereas like Weiss before just didn't respect Ruby whatsoever, but now she's just petty. That she's like, but I want to be the leader, not this.
But the problem is, it's still kind of the same thing. It's still her being pissy to Ruby for Ruby just existing.
Yeah.
I do think it should.
Like, I get it. Would I rather take like something about Blake or Yang? Yeah, but it's a little bit different where I can almost kind of like look over it and forgive it. Like, honestly, because I think there's like enough kind of good here to make up for it. And it's just like 1 or 2 episodes I think in like the original show. By the way, like full disclosure, you like watched all this in like the combined format, right?
Yes, I did.
Yes. Like back in the day, like all of the episodes are like more or less like 5 minutes. It was rough if you were watching on a weekly basis because you would get like bare bones progression, and then you just have to wait a week for like Jean to continue with his story, which we will now talk about. The Jaune Arc, the first arc in RWBY.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys go over this episode, and then I'll save my thoughts on this episode for the end because I have some opinions.
We mean, well, first off, it's not episode, it's episodes. We like if you go by the count, we basically dedicate like either 3 or 4 weeks to this conflict.
It's 3
you
weeks.
Fucking kidding me?
No, it's free. It's 3 weeks. Yeah, if you were a fan,
God.
you would have to wait a week for Jaune's arc to continue progressing.
So the reason why that stands out so much stands out so much for us because the main 4 girls don't get that many episodes in a row.
No.
At best.
Yeah, they literally just formed as a team, and now we're moving away to do this side character thing.
Oh, I mean, I can guess why. That lends even more credence to my opinions on Jaune, but...
Oh, I was going to ask you about that. Yeah. So, you know what? I think let's go ahead, because I think we're all in agreement on this. So how about I ask you a simple question, and I think this will help you lead into it. Do you know who voices Jaune?
Oh God! Please tell me it's not Monty.
Oh, you don't know?
No, it's not. It's not Monty.
Okay, good.
No, it's not Monty.
No, I don't know who voices Jaune.
Which one? It's one of the. It's Miles. It's Miles. The writer.
Miles, yeah.
So wait, it's one of the writers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
If it makes you feel any better, this isn't the first time this happens. Angela, do you want to guess who the other guy is? Sorry.
Is it Oz?
No, okay, you're off. We'll beat that in a moment.
Okay.
But yeah, no, Jaune is voiced by Miles.
And that stands out because Jaune is treated very much like a self-insert character, not only for the fact that he gets more attention than the actual main characters, but he also ends up getting the most beautiful, strongest, bestest girl in the entire school to have a crush on him and give him training so he can become as good and beautiful as her.
Like, personally speaking, I'm gonna play defense because honestly, I kind of don't like the idea of accusing the character of being like an insert because I don't think it's supposed to be an insert for him. I think it's supposed to be something for like a lot of male audience members to project onto. I honestly, when I think about it now, I think of Jaune as we've made a show with like female leads and a female like target audience possibly. We need this as a safety measure to ensure we have some male like people watching and feel safe that there is like, Jaune, I'm a guy, that's a guy. There's a pretty girl next to him. I can follow that. Like that's my honest belief that he's supposed to be a surrogate for like a lot of audience members. Which is why he's like he's got like this like sad backstory, but then like this hopeful like raise as he just like literally gets swept off his feet more or less by this goddess of a character.
Yeah. Okay. So
he has no flaws.
Hold up. So if that is the case, granted, there's probably more evidence for your position than mine. I think that's kind of worse to me a little bit. One, that's kind of cowardice on the creator's part. If you want to go ahead and make a story about female leads, you shouldn't just be forcing in a male character just to try to appease part of your male fan base. It's like you have your 4 female leads, go for it. Like when it comes to Hunter x Hunter, I don't think they end up having 4 male leads, and the writer clearly isn't comfortable writing women. So it's like it's fine, you can have that there. And I don't like the idea, and I'm not even against the idea of representation, but your representation shouldn't be this kind of I don't want to say self-serving, but there's a line where it does start coming to a little bit into pathetic. I'm glad he's not perfect, but you also end up having the issue of like I don't feel sorry for him. Like yes, his whole backstory is that he was the youngest family in a family of a bunch of the best hunters and huntresses in the entire world, and which again makes it weird that he doesn't know how the powers work.
Yeah, he like didn't transfer to any like huntsman schools as far as we know. As far as we know, he literally went from like average normie school to I think I want to get to Oxford. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to Oxford and like scheme my way in there, like the most like.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, like he like somehow, it's never explained how, makes these transcripts in order to get himself, his loser boy failure self, to worm into Beacon. This really, like, it's literally like one of the most like important schools in the world, and nobody like suspects him. Like the most is like Glinda, who's like, I don't know how that guy got in, but it's kind of weird. It's just like this, but everyone else is just like, yeah, look over it.
Mm-hmm.
And it frustrates me because in this arc, Jean's arc, he's like crashing out because he's like, I want to be the boy that's always stuck in the tree and getting rescued by the pretty girl. I just want to be big and strong so I can be a cool guy. But he's like, up until now, we've only known him as the boy failure for like comedic effect. It's not been seen in a tragic light whatsoever. And now we're supposed to take him seriously out of nowhere, the side character boy failure. And it frustrates me because literally within the arc, he's shown to just be sleeping through class, like he's not even paying attention. Like, bro, you got here. You got to your dream school, and you're not even gonna pay attention to the fucking lesson. There's just little things that just irk me so much where I'm
Yeah.
like, I kind of want to sympathize, but like the things I'm seeing, the things he's saying, it just don't add up. It don't add up. It's so clunky. And it's the reason why this is legitimately like probably one of the biggest valleys, one of the like biggest drops, the most infamous arc, more or less, of the show. Because this is the point where a lot of people were like, dog, I might drop this show. This is so bad. Where a lot of people genuinely had to fight with their own resolve just to see if they could push through it. Granted, a lot of people did, but I don't blame people if they got to this point and just decided to dip because it's not the first time John gets an arc. And you know, I don't even mind John as a character. I kind of find him adorable in the boy failure phase for like as long as that lasted.
Yeah.
But like I just don't. If he got an arc in season 2 after we got some solid growth and development and character like moments with the 4 leads, I wouldn't mind it. Like I wouldn't mind spending like a bit of a segue to it, go into like the other characters of the world. But like this is season 1, we should probably be focusing on our main 4 leads and then do other teams later. They can just be side characters for now, but no, he gets the spotlight and he steals that spotlight.
But that's the funny
yeah.
part. He technically is the main character of this show when you really start getting it down, especially as we end up progressing forward. Like he's always going to be in the main group to some degree.
Yeah. It's just annoying because he's not like in the goddamn title name.
Yeah.
He literally just pops in and steals the show for a portion. Yeah. Do you want to talk, Ace? I think you've probably wanted to.
Because John, he is not only the worst fucking character in this show, he is like actual brain poison to the young male audience. This character is a fucking incel breeding ground. This because what is this character like? Okay, so
to be fair, there is a lot of fan fiction that's like, I've been betrayed by my team, and I, Jean, walk a lonely dark road.
So proving his point.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, no, this character is okay. This character is everything wrong with young men. Because what is his story? He earns nothing. Every other character of the mostly female cast earned their way into this school, was proficient enough in doing what they wanted to do to be able to make their way here. Jean cheated his way into this school, making himself an active danger to the people around him because he sucks. Yep. He sucks at everything he does. He gets within an inch of getting himself killed every time he gets into a fight. And then he fucking complains about it. And but he doesn't actually like do anything to like improve himself or get better. Like you said, Derp, he sleeps through class. When he's in a fight, he doesn't like, and his like aura meter or whatever is getting low. He doesn't like do anything to try and account for that. Even at the end of the episode, when he has his big hero moment, it's the exact same thing. But his hero moment is him getting bailed out and someone else letting him think he won. But we'll get back to that. So this character doesn't earn anything, is mediocre in every regard, and the narrative just hands him things.
Yes.
Why does Para like him? Because she does. Because he's I guess an okay person, kind of. Even though he's
the reason why she likes him is because even though she's like the most perfect, beautiful, powerful goddess, like all of the boys are like too scared to approach her because of her fame and revered nature. But Jean's just like, hey bish, what's up? Just another babe. And she's like, oh my god.
Okay, you know what? No, point to Silver. No, this God, that sounds that does sound like incel bait.
She just becomes a surrogate mother figure for like the rest of the show.
Yeah, no. So what this character, so he doesn't earn anything, but again, keeps getting handed stuff. Is head over heels in love with him. And that he gets to have this big hero moment where he like slays this bear. Or whatever it was at the end of the episode. Again, not on his own. Para does it for him, but he gets to believe that.
It defeats the mid boss.
Yeah, and then even though he was a complete twat throughout the, can I say that? Is that
yeah. Feel free to swear. Yeah,
I say that?
I've said worse. I've said worse.
Titty, shit, fuck, yes, all of it. Go for it.
Okay,
I
so
say
even
the
though
C word.
he was, oh wow, fucking spicy.
Oh,
I've watched enough BBC. I'm allowed to say that.
Fair enough.
I'm British.
Anyway, so he sucked these entire apparently 3 episodes. I'm now finding again. I watched them in a compilation. Para's just like, oh no, it's okay. It's okay that you're a complete failure. It's okay that you're mediocre at everything you do. It's okay that you've treated me like shit. I'm going to go out of my way to take time from me to help you not suck. You don't have to do anything, John. You're perfect just the way you are. I need to help you to become a hunter because you know what? You deserve it. And so what is this? What is this instilling in the minds of the young boys watching this? Is instilling into them, I can be as mediocre as I want. And now, Grant, like, look, none of the young boys watching this are going to, like, go hunt monsters or anything. But they probably...
I'm going to go hunt a bear. John did it.
Exactly. But they probably want something, right? You know, they want to be on a sports team or some extracurricular, be in the school band or something. Or maybe they have a girl they like, right? And what this character is now instilling in them is... well, I should just have this thing I want because, well, I know I'm a good person because I deserve this thing. It's my destiny to have this thing because other people have this thing.
Yeah.
All right, this might come off a little semantic-y, but feel free to push back. I don't think this is going to be. I don't want to give RWBY that much credit because I don't think people like kids are just going to automatically take that and go like, yes, I have to be as pathetic as Jean. But I do think it works in the reverse where it's more validating that idea that you can
exactly
be mediocre. And either way, that's still shit. And I'm like, that's one of the reasons why he is the worst character in this goddamn show. Even the ones who don't do anything, like Green over here.
Yeah, no. I don't think that someone's gonna be a straight A student, see John and be like, oh shit, I need to be worse in life to get more things. No, but I do think if you're like just generally not doing great in life and you're going like, man, what's my problem? Why can't I have the things I want? I think characters like this are teaching those young boys, and like I guess some girls can pick up on this, but you always hear about the it's always the boys who you know we're having these conversations about are going to see this and go, no, actually, it's everyone else's fault. It's everyone else's problem. I should be able to be as mediocre as I want. It's like, no, maybe take a shower. Maybe put some water on your dick so it smells less bad. And maybe you will be able to get some of the things you want in your life.
It's really annoying too because like in this arc, there's like a moment that I almost kind of want to see in like a nice way where Jean's having trouble and Ruby like approaches him and she tries to give like a leader to leader speech, but it's so it's just so awkward and it's like Jean, you're not allowed to be a leader. Why? Because you have a team now. Sorry, you're not allowed to be a failure. That's what she's saying. Although I think people would mind him not being leader.
Yeah.
She's saying like you're not allowed to be a failure. So don't fail. And it's like, okay, but like how will he know not to fail if he doesn't fail and improve? And it's a little bit clunky. I kind of think I get where it's coming from, but it's just so awkward. The only thing that I love about this arc is that we get a really funny joke where Pyrrha takes him to the roof. Brings him to a ledge, and he's like, "Okay, I'm depressed, but I'm not that."
Okay,
depressed.
that was a good joke. I can't lie. That's a good one.
But yeah, this is also an arc where we start to see the rough edges of this show in its racism, where there's like a cafeteria scene where like the bully of this arc, Cardinal, he's like the one like causes Jean to become more of a worse character for a bit. Cardin is like pulling on the ear of this character we'll see later, and it's none of the characters do anything about it. Yeah, they just watch him pull her ear and they're like, so that's a thing. And Peter's like, people like him, and Blake has like a comment or whatever. They don't help, they don't say anything, they don't step in.
Yeah.
Which isn't the first time this happened.
No. One last thing about John, if I may, before we move on to that, because I think that'll segue good into the next arc. I think you're on something, Derp. I feel like if that conversation with Ruby, and maybe you would have had to have been a different character besides Ruby, I feel like you could have maybe salvaged this arc if the conversation had instead been like, get your shit together. Like, stop throwing a pity party for yourself. Like, what are you doing? I feel like that could have sent like a more positive message of like, no, there's no virtue here. Just get your shit together.
Yeah, you had a bad day, you know.
But no one, taking one down or however that song is.
Turn it around.
No, again, the problem I have is just like he sucks and he's constantly rewarded for it. But anyway, that's I guess my Jean thing wasn't a hot take. I assumed that everyone.
No. This is one of the most infamous parts of RWBY. You're in the popularity, dude. Like, congratulations.
I really thought everyone was gonna be like, "Ooh, he's such an uwu cinnamon roll soft boy. I love him." Like,
there might be some hardcore defenders about that. We'll find out.
Come at me in the comments, motherfuckers. I'll take you all on. He sucks.
Anyway, thank God, because after 3 rough episodes, the gang leave the school for a bit, and they start to set up this thing called the Vytal Festival. We'll learn more about that as we go. But they're like touring around town because Weiss is like totally not wanting to get like information about other people because in the coming weeks and months there's going to be a tournament. Ooh. And yeah, she wants to learn, like, maybe she can find some strategies and cheats about their skills and abilities and whatnot. And in this mess of schemes, we get introduced to, like, 2 more characters because Monty's like, I want to put more cool guys in the cast. So we get, like, Sun, who's, like, based off the legend, the monkey. You know who that is? He's the Luffy. Right? Yeah, he's the one shonen guy.
Yeah, and then we get
the one.
So we get him. He's a monkey.
And then we get introduced to Penny, who is adorable. Can you guess what her fairy tale is?
Yes, Penny is great.
Can you guess what a fairy tale is?
Her what is?
Her fairy tale.
Oh fuck!
Come on, this is an easy one. Come on, it's in the name. It starts with P.
It's Pinocchio.
Yay! You got it. Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, she is adorable. Sensational. I don't really have any notes. She's adorable.
No, she's great. But in this arc, we also get what I would like to call a Weiss's white woman moment. Because is there anything else, or should we just go into the kind of driving force of this?
No, we need to talk about. Okay, this is because it's not going to be as much of a factor in season 2, weirdly enough. So I think it's the best time to talk about it now. So they want to try having a racism metaphor throughout this entire series with the
Faunus
versus the Faunus, which are basically diet furries, where it's just humans but with random body.
But they are superior than humans. They canonically have like bonus powers.
Yeah, they have like night vision and stuff.
That's like the bare minimum. They can get more shit than that because of like their animal nature, like breathing underwater, wings, and the list continues as they introduce more.
Wait, okay, quick question. Does Blake have human ears as well
Yeah,
as cat ears?
she does. She has 4 ears.
She has 4 ears? Oh.
Yeah, she has 4 ears.
That's icky. I don't know
It is. Don't talk about it anymore.
I don't know what's worse, her having like a completely smooth head on the sides or having 4 ears. But
don't think about it. Don't think about it.
Yeah, stop thinking about it.
Don't think about the 4 ear. It's gross. Ew. Why do you bring that up?
Because I'm just looking at this screenshot and it's like, oh,
she's a cat girl with no tail. That's also kind of weird, don't you think?
Well, it would be a lot harder for her to hide the tail behind a bow than
stuff it under the like. What's the suspicious bulge like behind your leg with all the going down to your ankle? Just like don't look at that.
She tucks it behind her back.
Oh my god.
Yeah, how would that work?
Like I said, coward furries. Yes.
Anyway, so Weiss is really racist for a couple episodes. That's
Yeah, she's like, oh, but like, how else will I compare the trash to the dumpster bin or this lamppost to the lamppost? And the white fang are just evil. They're gross, disgusting. And Blake is just like, ew, you're mean. And Ruby and Yang are just like mute. They don't say anything. They don't. They just have no voice. It's just like the cafeteria scene again, where just nobody speaks up about racism, and they're just neutral to it.
If the show was better, that would be the commentary, because racism is because if they showed not only people being racist but also just being completely casual with people being abused from racists, that would actually have been really decent commentary. Granted,
oh yeah, that could have been something. They don't address it because they just forgot like to put something in the script, so they just keep it as a Weiss versus Blake thing. And Ruby and Yang are just like, I don't know if she's a bad guy, but we'll talk to her and hopefully she's cool.
Hey, you know when people say that this is there are benefits of having a diverse group in your writing room?
Yeah.
This is why.
This is why. And it's like, not every black person is a monolith, but I think there are, unless you went out looking, most of them are going to go, yeah, that's not how racism works.
I just want to say, I just want to say, I'm not defending Weiss when I'm about to say this, but I kind of respect at least the bravery or the foolishness that the writing team had to even make Weiss a racist, because like that's one of your leads. Like that's really risky, and I think I just kind of respect the idea of it. Like, okay, when I have one of our leads be very flawed in this one particular aspect, and then we're gonna make her grow from that. And it's a little bit of a clunky growth where she's just like, I'll try to be nicer and
well,
I'll look over it because you I believe you. I trust you now because I've been thinking about this off screen.
Yeah.
But like for the short moment, I kind of respect at least the attempt. Is what I'm saying.
Well, but her growth, it's not.
Well,
first of all, she shows. So they get to Blake at the end because they find out she's also a Faunus, and Weiss is basically like,
yeah, she takes her bow off and has these like cartoonish pink ears that they fix in season 2.
Yeah, and then Weiss is basically like, look, I forgive you for lying to us. Like, and then the next season, she's just like not racist anymore, I guess. Like, the weird thing is, the weird thing is, her justification for being racist is she goes, the White Fang have been like fucking up my father's company. Like they've been doing all this awful shit to my father's company. And then next season, when they're talking about, and that's jumping ahead a little bit, when they're talking about their motivations for being huntresses, she goes, well, I know my family company is awful, so I want to be a huntress to carve out a new legacy for that. So wait, which is it?
Yeah, that's just an example of like them writing as they go.
Okay, so I'm gonna play slight defense, but I'm still gonna ultimately agree with you. It's ultimately gonna end up being the latter without getting into spoilers, but it's gonna end up being the latter. But they're gonna try to make it seem like the former would still be applicable because she's conflicted. But no, it's still fucking stupid. It's like, even if you're conflicted, why would you need to copy the racism of all things? And even if it was, and even if that even if that was the case, it still makes her a fucking dumbass. Because why the hell are you blaming an entire race of people for the actions of a random ass terrorist group?
Yeah.
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 But also, okay, not to sound like an SJW or whatever, but
woke.
I know, but your racism allegory might work a little better if all the characters in your show aren't as pale as the snow.
Yeah, they've got like no melon.
Okay, they're gonna try to start fixing this season 3, and
I think season 3 or 4 they slightly tweak the models to like have a little bit more complexion, but they're still pale and white. More or less.
And then in season 2 we get our first black person, and she's one of the bad guys. So
foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that's the beauty of it. We're only going to have like one generic kind of sort of ambiguously brown character to join the cast throughout the entire series.
Yeah.
All the black people are either going to be rivals or antagonists from here on out.
Oh, that's great. I love that.
Yeah. But yeah, no, they get in a fight with Weiss, and Blake storms off and goes on her own, then meets with Sun, and they exposit her backstory. I used to be part of the White Fang, yada yada. But then I saw how evil they were, and I fled.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get into that.
Yeah. Okay.
No,
I'll hold off then if we're gonna get into
actually, no. I'm gonna save. I just want to put a pin in that, because if we do get to season 4 or 5, we're gonna have a talk about that. Massive talk about that. But yeah, go ahead.
So what Blake says is, I was part of the White Fang, and we were protesting, and I thought I was making a difference. Kira being thought, so she acknowledges like, yeah, we weren't really like accomplishing anything. And sorry.
Oh, I was going to say, well, then because they became more violent, then then he started to listen.
Yeah, and so these people, so so she's basically like, oh, I had to leave because they were doing this monstrous act of fighting for human rights and all that. Like,
but the thing is that it's like, oh, but when we became violent, it started to make a difference. But then it became too violent, and I had to turn away. Like, that's kind of what it is. It's just,
I guess I just. And like, look, again, this show is for children or like teenagers. Or whatever.
That's how it starts off, but then it tries to be
like,
more mature as it goes.
So it's still for teenagers.
I do really have an issue with the idea of like, yeah, I get it. You don't fight for human rights or whatever, but like, don't be mean about it. Like, I have a big problem with that being the message.
Yeah, that's like a really rough part about the show, is that like the most driving force for rights in this universe is literally a terrorist group.
Yeah.
Like, that is like basically the only rights group that exists. Which is pretty weird.
Yeah, so I don't know what the writers' political leanings are on this, but considering they're in Austin, I'm going to safely say they're probably left leaning. I've seen this a lot in a bunch of different random shows, like Korra, unfortunately, something that should be that Hazbin Hotel, and a few others. Whereas, like, even though they want to talk about like, we're looking to be all equality, we're looking to try to be all this kind of stuff, a lot of left-leaning writers feel this need to try to do the whole bad rebel kind of situation. This is what I was going to talk about later, because this is basically the same propaganda that was being fed about the Black Panthers, where it's like, oh, they're all terrorists, they're all just looking to kill us, when like most of it was just about giving resources to underrepresented and ghettos and redline areas for people of color. But they end up having that kind of propaganda be put out about them. That's what makes that so insidious. And it's the same problem that we end up seeing here, where it's like, oh, there's only a right and a wrong way to be able to deal with that bigotry. But the problem is they never go into what that bigotry is. That one scene that we see in the cafeteria, that's the only time. That's like the only. Derp, feel free to correct me on this. That's going to be the only real time that's going to be even relevant. Besides signs.
Yeah. It's just it becomes a background element, like basically after, but like this, like season 2 or season 3, more or less. Just kind of goes into the background.
Yeah, so it's like they're trying. They want to say racism is bad, but instead of just making racist the villains, they decide to say, oh yeah, it's really like, yeah, racism is bad, especially when the people who are the victims of it do it.
Yeah,
it's really fucking slimy.
So yeah, we get to the docks and we find Blake and son see like a thing. They get like a lead, and they go to the docks and they find the villain from like the first episode, Roman Torchwick, dealing with like the White Fang, and we get a really cool fight scene where they fight Roman Torchwick, and oh my god, Son uses his gunchucks. They're beautiful. Do you have any notes?
I don't have any notes on this.
Don't have any notes on the gunchucks?
I was pretty stunned by this point.
Yeah.
Just gobsmacked how amazing RWBY's season 1 is. I get it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was sarcasm, but no, I do like this season, flaws aside. The gunchucks are awesome. I actually believe they were lifted from like a previous animation Monty did, and it was just like, I'm gonna bring them back. I'm gonna put them here, which is awesome. I'm glad he did that because they're probably one of the most iconic weapons, besides like RWBY's Crescent Rose sniper scythe and I don't know, Yang's gauntlets. Yeah. Because they're just so cool. Yeah. And RWBY and Weiss see like an explosion. Oh, and Yang and they follow, and Penny's there, and they do some fighting, and it's kind of where the season ends.
And then Weiss is like, I guess racism
Yeah.
isn't cool. And then
Roman gets away. Yeah. Roll credits. And then we get
allude to these three as these two as PNGs.
Yeah. So Cinder walks in, and then we just got like the PNG concept art of Emerald and Mercury. You scroll forward because Ego couldn't have time to finish a model. Like you might not notice at first, but when you realize it, it's a funny bit. I don't know. It's cute.
Yeah. But I mean, overall, I think season 1's pretty. I think season 1 alternates between like a pretty fun show with a fun cast and some fun characters, and literal brain poison.
Oh yeah. No, it is one or the other.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I don't blame you for having that opinion. In season 2, I think it's pretty stronger. Still a bit clunky around the edges, but let's talk about that now. We begin with villains. We get introduced to like Mercury and Emerald, and they kill a guy because they want information, and they're trying to kill like a loose end of the White Fang. It's kind of a weird start, but I don't know. How did you feel about it? Because I've always felt like it was an awkward way of starting the season.
I thought it was fine. I didn't really have
It's
too
fine.
many.
Yeah.
I just thought it was like, okay, we're introducing our new threat, and like, seems a good way to start as any.
Yeah.
Okay. But then we immediately get away from that, and we have probably one of the most iconic moments of the whole show, which is the food fight scene.
Okay, but before we get into that, I have some serious questions about the history of this world. Because RWBY starts giving this speech to her team, and she goes like 4 score and 7 whatevers ago, And then
I had a dream.
yeah, and then a little bit later, she does like the Nixon thing. She goes like, "I'm not a crook," and puts up like 2 fingers.
I am not.
Are Lincoln and Nixon canon to RWBY?
Maybe.
Also,
Maybe they're like fairy tales, just in a different kind of way, like fate.
So
Oh.
the short answer is Pokemon logic. They probably were just kind of bullshitting like for the first few seasons about where this was going to be, probably in going back and forth if they wanted to be in the real world or not. But by volume 3, they ultimately landed on yes, this is own country with several other countries around it. No America.
Gotcha. Also, so what is the time between volume 1 and volume 2?
It's like a few weeks.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, but they say like they say something about it being like the end
Semester.
of the semester or like the start of a new semester or something.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a little awkward. Yeah.
I don't know. Well, okay. So a few weeks. Okay. Just then we'll ignore the semester line because that is weird. Because I mean, for the semester, you'd think it would be like
you gotta remember like the Vytal festival is like around the corner. So if it was like a time jump, like a significant one, then it would probably be like, wait, did we pass that yet? Or no, it's still coming. Okay.
Yeah.
Like they didn't go too far. But yeah, no, we get introduced to Sun's friend Neptune. He is
I thought it was Mercury.
No, Mercury is with the bad guys.
Mercury's with the bad guys. Okay, I was confused for a second. I was like, wait, I thought Mercury was the guy that Weiss was into. But okay.
No, Neptune's that guy, and
Neptune's
Neptune is
that guy.
voiced. Yeah, Neptune is voiced by the other writer, Carrie.
So,
This makes sense to you later on when I'm just going to jump ahead for the sake of talking about this. There's a scene later on where Jean and Carrie, Neptune, talk to each other, and they're like, "Oh, you're so cool. Oh, man, you're cool. Yeah, you're cool too." Like they
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. It's just Miles and Carrie just
That's so fucking
just
funny.
praising one another, like, "Oh man, you're so awesome. But you're more cool than I am. Oh, get out of here, buddy." Yeah, so that's just them doing their stuff. But let's get back to the good stuff. The food fight scene, peak. It exists as a fun way just to reintroduce the cast and their powers, even at the consequence of, hey, Pyrrha, aren't you supposed to keep your ability a secret? Because you just threw like 50,000 cans of soda across the room.
The whole time I was just thinking like, and this is why we don't give children weapons. Like, because I know they're not using their weapons in that scene, but like
that. It's also really funny because all the food is like stale as fuck. Like you got like people throwing baguettes and they're like stone, like blunt. I just think about like the Eggman sandwich from Sonic Unleashed to like that's stalest.
Fun fact, you know that sandwich is actually in the official Sonic cookbook? It's neat.
Oh.
Yeah, I own it. I just turned to a random page one day. I was like, oh, there's Eggman's hoagie. That's fun.
Awesome.
Don't take that out of context. Anyway. Food fight!
Food fight, yay.
Also, can we talk about the fact that Para never takes this tiara off?
Nope.
She should take it off sometime.
It's cute.
But it just feels weird without like she's wearing like this armored like golden tiara thing without the rest of the outfit. Like it's weird.
Yeah, she's just superior to everyone.
If they had to do that, we had to make a new model.
That is true.
And I don't know. The in-universe logic is they can customize their outfits, which is why Ruby walks around with a cape attached to her uniform, which I think is adorable.
Oh, it's definitely adorable.
And I think actually in season 2 they customize them a bit more. So I think like Yang has like fingerless gloves, and then there's like little things that other characters have. But yeah, like right there, Nora, character we have not mentioned whatsoever because she's that irrelevant. She's got her gloves and you and John. I'll have a moment later. A very small one. But yeah. Cool scene. And then we go to Torchwick and the rest of the villains, and they exposit and
when do we see Oz's dope ass clock room?
It's not in the season, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. He's up in there. He's like talking like the general guy or something. They're like, oh,
Yeah, it's like
shit's
halfway
going on.
through, I think, where
Is
they
that
like
halfway through? Okay, well, because
Yeah.
one of my notes, in my notes, I have it. I mentioned the clock room here, so I don't know. Anyway.
Oh right. Maybe it was here. I'm still at the part like mentally where Ironwood he comes in and they have to exposit some lore. Yes. This room.
This guy's name is Ironwood.
Yeah, that's his name. It's Ironwood. If you think that's stupid, I don't want to say it this early.
Fucking Kevin Levin over here, just like
If you think that's stupid, his semblance is autism,
no,
and I'm
Yeah.
not being ironic.
no.
No, he's not.
It's
That's his
his
power is that he can focus.
like a fixation, like all like.
Yeah, Ruby has that semblance too. What the fuck are you like? What?
No, Ruby's semblance is super speed.
No, but like I
like
literally wrote.
teleportation. It's weird.
I literally wrote that she has an autistic hyperfixation about weapons, and it's adorable.
All right,
Like,
yeah. That's not her ability though. This dude's ability is autism.
that's fucking. That's whoa.
It's bad. Yeah, no, it's bad.
That's not
Okay.
good.
To be fair, that came out like season 6, and
No, it
Well, they
was
should've
mentioned.
known
It was
better.
no, it was mentioned early on. They had time to retcon it because it never got used yet. But they didn't retcon it. They sat on that for years and never changed it.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah, little nugget of.
Anyway, can we get to the adorable scene of Ruby and Weiss cuddling after they lose?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, talk about it.
No, they lose a game, and then Ruby like hops into Weiss's arms, and they're like, they just like weep softly in each other's arms.
Yeah, you're talking about the board game scene, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that scene's great. It actually is. It's meant to be just again like fun and games, for like entertainment of the audience, but it also kind of subtly does lore building, like world building, in the way that it's like the Veil, Mantle, and Atlas, and this other place, and like all these different elements, and it's like it's small but it's nice. That they're able to kind of like balance these two things in this one scene, and it's something that I think they like kind of improved upon from season 1, instead of doing clunky narration and a speech in the middle of the woods.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, no, it's like hard to figure out like how to even tackle this season because a lot happens, like a lot more than like season 1. Because like this is where a lot of like actual plot stuff happens.
Well, okay, so the whole driving force behind this season is that they're trying to figure out what's going on with the White Fang. Blake
Yeah.
especially is like obsessed with figuring out what's going on with the White Fang.
Yeah, Blake goes full Batman mode.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Mhm.
Go on.
So they like devise a plan. They Mr. Monkey and blue-haired guy sneak into the girls' room consensually, I guess. And
They're just hanging out the window.
Yeah.
And
So-
Neptune's like, I do this all the time. No, his son's like, I do this all the time.
So yeah, so then they split off into teams. Ruby and Weiss go off with each other because they're girlfriends. Neptune goes with
Weiss has a crush on Neptune, and she's like, well, I can go Neptune. And Ruby has the most adorable, like, no.
Yeah.
It's
She knows.
amazing. I forgot just like how many small little Ruby is genuinely I think my favorite character, and like at least like early on, she is just so adorable.
She is adorable.
I find her endlessly entertaining in like throughout this. She's great.
Problematic stuff aside, I would say Weiss is probably my favorite.
They continue.
Don't everyone get quiet after I say.
We're just silently nodding, like, yeah, we see it.
Okay.
Don't ask what that means.
What?
Don't worry about it.
Anyway, okay. So Weiss and Ruby go off. Blue-haired guy goes with Yang. they go on a little side quest to the place from Yang's trailer where they find out nothing and accomplish nothing. And Blake goes with Monkey Guy to go to the lair of the White Fang where they're going to find out their plan. And so then Weiss goes to her parents' company to get information, to get some files. And then RWBY runs into Penny where she's like, hey, robot, I don't know. And then
Yeah, wait. You skipped over the Weiss scene. Didn't you see the subtle hint of
oh yeah, she hates her family or whatever. I don't know. Because they're like, do you want to talk to your father? He's standing right here. And she's like, no. Or something, right? Like something like that happens. I think Derp's getting his parcel. But so then we get pardon?
Oh no, I said continue. No, go for it.
Oh yeah, but so then so then RWBY goes off with Penny, and Penny's like, hey, guess what? I'm a robot. Crazy shit. And then RWBY's like, hey, you know what? We don't tolerate racism against robots. So that's okay. You're cool.
Yeah, the scene where Penny like it stops the truck there. I don't know. It's really funny to me how like we have all these abilities in the world, but girl that stops truck isn't as simple as like she has like super strength. Nah, it's like I feel like a lot like I find it really funny just because of like all the abilities, and it could easily be just overlooked. But no, it's weird. Then she exposes herself, and I'm like, okay, I'm not I'm trying not to be like a pedantic like nitpicker here. I just find it funny how she could easily just say like my semblance is super strength. Bye. But no, we get like a really cute scene where she's like, I'm a robot. I'm not a real girl, and Ruby's like, oh. By the way, off tangent. Their ship name is Nuts and Dots.
That's adorable.
It is fucking adorable.
Also, wait, did they change RWBY's outfit between season 1 and 2?
This is just for this like little arc. They get like an outfit swap, all the team.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they all get like an outfit swap for like a few episodes. I actually really like this one.
No, this is a good one.
Yeah.
But yeah, and so then so the Blake and Sun are with the Mr. Red Hair is with the White Fang, and he's like, hey, doesn't everything suck and isn't humanity shit to you? Well, guess what? I got this big robot that can help us do some crazy shit to humanity.
Just don't ask how he got it.
Yeah, and again, it's like, man, he would seem a lot more evil if he wasn't completely right.
I mean, I'm trying to. He's just giving a speech to like rile the most.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know he doesn't care about like Faunus liberation or whatever.
Yeah, he's here for the money and
but
whatnot.
He is right.
I love Roman Torchwick. I feel like I haven't even spoken about him in this whole talk, but man, if I had like a top 3 favorite characters, man, he would be fighting for first place because he's just got so much goddamn charisma and screen presence. I love him.
Is that the red-haired guy?
Yeah, Roman Torchwick. He's like kind of you guys aren't gonna know. He almost gives me like handsome Jack vibes from Borderlands. Like it's very far away. Just by saying that, I'm probably gonna get some commenters like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" But I'm like, I don't know. He just steals the show every time he's on screen, and he's so great. I love him. One of my favorite RWBY characters, Roman Torchwick. Yes, this guy. He's so handsome and so awesome. We also get introduced, kind of, like in this scene where he's giving that speech to Neo.
Yes, I love her.
Yay, Neo fan! Woo! She doesn't say it with
design. I don't remember anything about her personality, but
don't worry. What isn't there right now, you're gonna wish was there later, I guess. I'm not gonna say anything more than that. But yeah, no, Neo's great. She doesn't say a word, and she's adorable. She's got amazing design and a cool power, which we like get to see later in action, and this is fun. Yeah.
Yeah. But then we get the awesome fight scene because he gets in the robot and all the team converges on him.
Yeah, the highway mech scene.
Yeah, that shit's awesome.
It no, yeah, it is. It is like the whole team comes together, and then there's just Sun and Neptune just dip halfway through. Like, yeah, they got it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you get this cool mecha fight scene, which is
Yeah.
like straight out of Red versus Blue, kind of coded, literally. And yeah, I'm like struggling to like figure out what to say about it just because there's just so much that happens like all at once. It is a spectacle. It's probably the most. It's probably the coolest scene so far. Like genuinely like I'm not saying the other fight scenes before it have been like bad. I just think compared to season 1, like season 2 especially just gets a lot more flashier fights. From again like the simplistic food battle to this absolute like jaw-dropping high intensity highway fight. And
What
it
I
comes.
find interesting. Oh, sorry, go on.
Oh no, continue.
No, my favorite part is we hear some of their attack names.
Yes,
so-
which would later be turned into the ships.
Well, you would think so. Bumblebee is the one with Blake
Bumblebee.
Yang, which makes
Yes.
sense because that, from what I understand, that's their ship name. But RWBY and Weiss have a really cool one called Ice Flower. Why is their ship name White Rose if their combo attack is Ice Flower?
I don't know.
That doesn't make any sense.
I don't know.
Oh, that's because they only said that. That's because they only said it once.
Do they have another attack called White Rose later?
Nope.
What the heck?
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe it's just not cool enough. The fan
Ice
base. I don't
Flower
know.
is just as cool a name as White Rose. They're both white thing and flower. Like but I mean I think it's a cool fight. I don't know.
Yeah, Torchwick gets away with Neo. She like has like illusion.
Oh yeah. Okay.
semblance.
Yes. I want to actually address something. And again, it's like, okay, suspension of disbelief. But let's say they caught him. What are they gonna do with him? They aren't cops. They aren't even huntresses really yet. What, are they gonna kill him? Like
Maybe that's a solution.
I just
Me and Lavi nodding together. No,
you have no jurisdiction here. Like
not.
anyway.
The short answer is
He's got wanted posters. He was on a wanted poster at one point. It's okay.
Okay.
No, the short answer is he is cop. You're also gonna understand that that's his role in the story from here on out.
He's what?
He is cop. He is just the cop for every situation.
I don't even know what he's talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about either.
What do you want about?
I'm trying to explain. My whole point is whenever they need to have some type of law enforcement or any type of any position who's just there to be like a cop and officer, he will always be the surrogate you just throw in to do whatever they need to for that.
Who will?
Torchwick?
No. Oh wait, no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My apologies. I think I skipped a little bit too far ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah.
Sorry. Continue. I apologize.
Who are you talking about? I'm just wondering.
No, I think I'm getting a scene mixed up because like I thought this is the point where Ironwood ends up arresting him.
Oh,
right.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, my bad. My apologies. I thought I was referring to something else that you guys were. My apologies.
Gotcha.
Anyway, yeah. The next episode or whatever, like Mercury fights Pyrrha after Pyrrha like annihilates Team Cardinal. Which is a thing that they like she takes on like 4 people, which is I guess allowed school rules. And then Glinda's like, no, you rest up. But then just because Mercury wants to fight her, and she's like, sure. She's just like, okay, sure. Yeah, Mercury, the bad guy, finds out Pyrrha's power, and I guess we'll just see where that goes.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's the yeah.
Yep.
The frame. Yep. Yep.
Yep.
But yeah, we get another Jaune arc.
Fuck this guy. God damn it.
Yeah, this is why I was okay with him being wish fulfillment instead of him being like male surrogate, because that's kind of worse. That means that they were intentionally creating a character who ends up getting more attention and screen time than the 4 leads.
Like, it kind of feels almost like at the start it could have been Pyrrha's story, but it just becomes like Jean's like arc again, where he's like, oh, I can't get Weiss to go to the dance with me. And she thinks I'm a loser. And she likes Neptune. And Pyrrha's like, well, maybe if you try hard enough, Jean, you use your heart and she'll listen to you. Don't know why I'm doing a Mickey Mouse voice. But yeah, no,
No, it's awful. This
he
whole
steals the show again.
it's so fucking bad. I can't cause I don't know. This whole love situation with Pyrrha and John is awful because it's like, why would she ever be into him? Like,
It's literally just because like he approached her and was like, "Hey babe, who are you?" And she's like, "Oh my gosh, for the first time in my life, a guy that doesn't think I'm on some pedestal." Oh,
yeah, which is dumb as fuck. Like,
Oh wait, no, I got it now. They're both okay. Weirdly enough, I think they're both bottoms in the situation. They're both looking to get a people who they want to step on. Because we already see how Jean is so pathetic, but really think about the mindset a girl has to have to want to date a dude for such a basic bitch reason, let alone it being Jean. Like, oh yeah, I'm on a pedestal all the time. Everyone treats me like that. I need to be with someone who's going to treat me raw and disgusting and just treat me like every other girl. Like, oh, this is what darkness from Konosuba was making fun of.
I don't know if it's going that far, but I get the angle.
No, I don't mean like Konosuba was explicitly making fun of RWBY. I mean that's the archetype that Pyrrha's pulling from. That's what Konosuba was making fun of.
yeah, but
yeah, sorry, continue.
I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. I think like the last little bit of this is fine because John finally does something that is in any way endearing. But that's about all I got for him this season. He still sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we'll get to that when we get to the dance.
Yeah. Derp.
I think he's dead.
All right. What happened next in the show?
So I think it's the dance. They everyone goes to the dance because John goes to ask out Weiss, and then Weiss is asking out Neptune. And so he just goes to the dance by himself. And then he looks like he's gonna at one point RWBY or someone goes like, "Oh, Weiss came to the dance alone." I think he's implying he's gonna go like try and fight Neptune or something before he like diverts over to Pyrrha or whatever. Oh wait, no, I'm getting way ahead of ourselves. Before that, we have Yang's whole backstory, where we find out that the reason Yang and RWBY look nothing alike and have different last names is because they have a different mom, I believe.
Yeah, they have 2 different moms. And you haven't even seen the dad yet, I think. Have you?
We have not.
I'm trying to think.
He sent them a dog though.
Yeah, he sent them a dog.
Yeah.
That's why.
But yeah, so we find out their backstory, and then I will say that was the first scene where I was like, okay, I get why people ship these two, because Yang's basically like, just stop trying to kill yourself, please. And then we go to the dance, where Blake and Yang dance for like a second. That's cute. And then we get the stuff with John I mentioned. And then he goes up and talks to Pyrrha. And that's a whole other thing. I will say I wish I could remember it, but the dresses that the girls wear, Ruby's is really cute. Yang's is very basic because she literally makes a comment where she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna be turning heads at the dance," and she's just wearing like a normal like white dress. Like it, and then and he's dead. But then we get probably the best scene involving John in the show.
Ooh.
Where he's talking to Neptune. And he goes like, "Why didn't you go to the dance with Weiss? Like, you think you're too good for her?" And he goes, "I can't dance, man." Like, just that delivery was so authentic. I thought it was really funny.
Oh, no, that was. I remember that. It's just like, it's like one of the few attempts where like them trying to play him as like the pathetic sad boy actually kind of worked a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, because then he goes like, "Well, suddenly I feel a little better about myself." So then there was a welcome back, Derp. Are you alive?
Sorry, that's some background stuff, but yeah, no, like the dresses are really basic.
Well, I think Ruby's is cute, but I don't remember Weiss and Blake's, and the only reason I even registered Yang's is because she literally makes a comment where she goes like, "I'm going to be turning heads at this thing," and she just has the most basic white sundress you've ever seen in your life.
Yep.
Yeah.
But speaking of dresses, I guess I'll keep talking. John puts on a dress.
Just what you said, he supposed to lead into it.
There was a line of dialogue where John went like, he was talking to Perry, and he's like, "Oh, if you don't have a date for the dance, I'll wear a dress." And then she doesn't have a date for the dance, and they talk about that. And then he finds a dress somewhere in his size and puts it on. Which again, I think this is like the only redeeming thing his character has done so far, because it's like, oh, this is cute. This is a cute thing you're doing like with your friend. Because also like I think this is the only way they could salvage. This is the only way you can have it not just be like, oh, so Pyrrha is just his second choice. Like he just doesn't have the girl he wants, so he's gonna go pity dance with Pyrrha. Like no, he's doing like a goofy thing and like for his friend. Then Ruby has a boring fight with some lady or whatever.
Yeah, that scene, by the way, as like Ruby like looks out the window and sees her like running across the rooftop is so like unintentionally funny. Like it's so rough looking. Like Cinder's model isn't scaled right, and it almost looks like she's like overlapped, not in the environment. It looks so bad when you look back. But yeah, no, Ruby chases her. She's like, "That's kind of sus. It's like a Batman figure running across the roof. I'm gonna go chase after that." And yeah, we get like an underwhelming fight scene between the two characters, and
yeah, I got nothing here. I got nothing for this. I don't even remember what the fight was about. She was breaking into a place. There was something. She was putting like a virus in or something. There was someone with the computers, I think. Like
so. There's a lot of times that I just don't want to say too much, but in this context, I think it's just too funny not to. This is one of the when I say very, I mean very few times that we will ever see the protagonist of the show fight arguably the like main villain of the show.
Oh.
Was that a good fight? No?
I don't remember it.
And I hope I don't know. Lower your expectations a few.
Well,
yeah. No, I really don't want to say too much like of later stuff, but it's actually just baffling as like someone who's going back to it, because it's not really a cool scene. It's someone broke in, leaves a virus, and Ruby's just there like, "Who are you? What's going on? I don't know. I'm just gonna try and fight you." But she's like so awkwardly doing it because she's in like these heels, which you could kick off at any moment and probably have an easier time, I think.
That was the weird thing. Like, I've been to a school dance in my day. Usually the women take off their shoes after pictures. Like, at least in my experience. But
I guess there were no women in the script writing
probably not.
thing.
It's
like, hold on, I won't wear shoes after.
But also,
yeah. No, you continue.
What?
No, just saying continue.
Oh, okay. So the next day, they're doing their missions. They're doing their first mission where they're shadowing a professional hunter or huntress.
Best one of the there we go. The top 3 characters of RWBY early time: Ruby Rose, Roman Torchwick, and Mr. Oobleck. Oh, I love Mr. Oobleck. That's his name.
That's his name. I love this guy. This guy is great.
Yeah, the VA for him is also, I mean, I don't know if you know this, but he's also the voice of Caboose from Red vs. Blue. And it's like, man, my 2 favorite VAs and characters in the shows that I love. The dude's got talent. He's so good, man. And Oobleck is so entertaining. He's like basically just nonstop hyper caffeinated. I'm pretty sure it's like drinking coffee mid-class. And he's like Tweak almost from South Park without the like the little stutters or whatever. But he's got like 2 different shoes on. I don't know if you noticed that, but like they're different colored. Like he just threw them on without paying attention because he just doesn't care. And his like shirt is a mess. He's got like a simple but really like beautifully like awkward design. I love it. Yeah, he's great.
No, he is great. But before we get to him, Oz is like, so Team RWBY's trying to get out to the whatever district where the White Fang's hideout is. And Oz is like, hey, look, I know you're up to some shit, so I'm just gonna put you on this team so you can just go do that. Also, okay.
Yeah, like they're looking at all the missions, and Oz comes around and he's like, it's kind of sus how you guys just keep winding in these shenanigans and hijinks. Yeah, I feel like even if you end up on your mission, you'll somehow find your way back there. So I'm just gonna cheat the system, and I think it's awesome. Probably a bit weird, but I think I don't know. I think Ozpin is just a cool guy.
He is. Also, Lava, you mentioned Death Battle earlier. Am I crazy, or does Wiz look like Oz? Like,
wait, does he look like Oz?
Wiz, like when they added like the characters, like animations during the breakdowns.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's white hair and glasses. That's what it's a white guy with white hair and glasses is what it is. But like,
sorry. Yeah, are you talking about
like Wiz of Wiz and Boomstick from Death Battle? He looks.
Oh, yeah. No, he kind of does. I was thinking more Stein from Soul Eater, but no, I can see that.
I was just because they're both Rooster Teeth properties. I think is why or they were is what made me think that. But yeah. Also, and they bring the dog on their mission.
Yes. Which happens to be a good thing. Well, then a bad thing later.
It happens to be a good thing because they live in a cartoon. If they
did not,
cartoon that
logic.
Dog would be dead several times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they go on their field trip. We get like some funny hijinks. Like
see some cool elephants.
Yeah, Elephant Grim, and Ruby's like, let's kill them.
Yep.
Oobleck's like, no. They're too strong and they're peaceful for now, and like they're probably scheming something. Like, bro, just leave them. Yeah, not worth it.
And then we actually have like an oddly mature bit where basically the professor guy is going to the girls. He's going like, well, why do you want to be a huntress, right? And they all give some answer.
Yeah, I'm a thrill seeker, and I want to rewrite, like, improve the family name or legacy, whatever, and like I want to fight for what's right.
Yeah. But then at the end they have this conversation where they go like, look, man, at the end of the day, it's a job. Like, I don't know, it's just a profession, and we're doing it because it's what's expected of us. And it's like, that is an oddly mature like commentary on like the nature of passion and career in this show.
I will say one thing about the scene that I do find weird, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if it was like maybe a cut line or some other like detail that I'm just failing to grasp. But he like doesn't ask Ruby what her reason is for being a huntress. And well, like when the gang like ask Ruby like, what was your reason? She like, you never told me. I don't know why that is, but good night, guys. It's so weird. I genuinely just it's an awkward moment.
Maybe he's like, maybe it's the idea is that like Ruby already like, I don't know, man. Maybe
yeah, I was just curious to see if you had an interpretation.
No, I did have an interpretation. I think the idea is like Ruby just wants to do it to protect people. Like she wants to do it for the exact reason it needs to be done. Like she doesn't really have an extra.
Yeah,
thing. I imagine that's what it was.
That is what she tells Ozpin. I just suppose I wonder why Oobleck didn't. Is my yeah.
He's a good judge of character. Look at him.
Maybe so. Yeah, he is a cool guy. But yeah, after like some cool fight scenes, some hijinks and whatnot, the gang go to bed, and in the middle of the night, Zwei needs to pee. So instead of peeing literally anywhere, because they're in like a wasteland of like a broken, desolate city, he goes out all the way to the street, pisses on a lamp, and then Ruby. Because the reason why they're here is to find like the White Fang, more or less. And they do find some soldiers, and as they're like following like to their hideout, the script conveniently gets Ruby into the right place so that the ground can fall, and she falls into the plot.
Yeah. So a couple things about this dog. First of all, Ruby goes like, "You could have done that anywhere." It's like, did you want to pee in the middle of the room you're sleeping in? Like, what are you talking about? Second, they get in this hole, and then Ruby like throws the dog up, and the dog's model, I swear, doesn't like move. He just like bounces on the pavement, which is very funny. That's it. That's all I had to say.
Yeah. So she falls into the plot and then basically just gets captured by the
she loses her scythe.
Yeah.
And so the other girls have to come and help her out.
Save the day. Yeah. So this is where some cool stuff happens. This is where we get to the train.
Yep.
Yeah, the train. This is also a scene ripped from Cowboy Bebop.
Well, it's a scene ripped from any anime where like each member of the team has to have an opposite.
I find it sus because they also have the dog there, and in Cowboy Bebop I want to get into all the details, but it's like okay.
Okay.
I love how shameless this is. Like I don't. It's
the dog is definitely a rip off. Is definitely meant to be Ainz from Cowboy Bebop.
Like I'm not trying to give Rooster Teeth shit. It's just like I love how shameless it is because yes, it is a cool scene, and I get why you'd want this in your show. Like I genuinely don't mean any ill will. I think it's cute. That's like my thing. It's just I think it's cute.
Jeez, they're dead. Kick them while they're down. Why don't you?
They might not be.
They might not be. I'm pretty sure they're trying to come back.
Well, I don't know. But anyway, also, okay, so can we talk about we got all these fights. What Yang fights Neo.
Yang fights Neo. Weiss fights I think he's called like the Lieutenant or something.
He's got like got a chainsaw or something.
Yeah, he's got a cool chainsaw. We never see him again after this. Even though I think they had plans to make him a character, because he's like I've always wanted to kill a Schnee.
I need to talk about this guy for a second. So there's a scene where they're fighting, and Weiss gets like ragdoll into the air, and this guy is going to like cut her in half with the chainsaw, right? And then it cuts away to another fight. And so you're thinking in your brain, okay, when they cut back, we're gonna see Weiss be able to like dodge out of the way or create like an ice wall or something. We're gonna see how she saves herself from this scenario. No, what instead happens is Weiss gets tossed through a wall. Are we meant to believe that this chainsaw made contact with this 18-year-old girl's torso and somehow, like, instead of cutting her in half, flung her or something?
It's okay. Her aura protected her. Ace.
It's called Aura, bro.
It's called aura. Yeah, she was aura farm.
She was. God damn it, Derp. Okay.
She got that hype moment and aura in her.
She absolutely does.
Yeah. But yeah, no, bouncing back a little bit, yeah, like Yang versus Neo is so cool. Like it's a lot slower, a lot more like physical, like close quarters, like kind of human in a way. But they do start doing like some pretty cool like stunts and whatever. But it's it's so personal. I don't know how to like describe it. Like intimate battling. It's great. And like as we get like towards the end of it, when Yang gets knocked out and is about to be pierced by like the like needle within the umbrella, which is creepy as hell. Something happens.
Oh yeah, her mom shows up. Her poorly rendered mom shows up.
Whoa! So cool. She came through a portal and just like hype moments in aura. You know,
It's a
she
very cool
aura
design,
farming.
but when
Yeah, she's like aura farming, and Neo is like, oh no, never mind.
No, yeah, it's a very cool design. It's a cool moment. I'm just not over the fact that when we do see this character unmasked, it's just Yang's model, but with slightly different colors.
I'm you, but edgy.
For what is supposed to be, I assume, like a 45-year-old woman. Like,
see, yeah.
They'll fix that when she shows up again.
Yeah, a little bit. I think they do tweak her like design a little bit, but she
No,
still looks. She
I would
still
say
looks
she's-
a lot like Yang.
I mean, she should. She's her mother, and
well,
yeah, but she shouldn't just look like a clone of Yang.
okay, hold on.
yeah.
Never mind. Continue.
Anyway, so then they commit a terrorist attack in the middle of a city.
Yeah. But actually, before we get to, like when the when the cave closes in, like the whole tunnel system, because as they're here, there's also like a lot of Faunus, like White Fang members, like fighting, and there's Grim inside the tunnels as well, and like robots. And when the cave closes in and the heroes kind of escape with like the front of the train, all of those like poor indoctrinated White Fang members who were like brainwashed into this like cult are now left behind, caved in with like an army of Grim at their backs. And I feel like the show doesn't acknowledge it, but they kind of doomed those poor souls.
I didn't think about that at all.
No, you don't think about it until you go back. This is those poor people. They were just brainwashed and they're gonna die.
Yeah, well, you know.
Don't think about it. We got a cool spectacle town fight scene next, and well, do you want to go first, Ace? Because
I don't really have any opinions. Let me look at my notes.
So like the team RWBY fight, and they managed to get like a message in to like Jean's team, and
Yeah,
there's like a weird scene where Ren's like, I can't wait to go to this place, and John's like, next maybe later, buddy. I don't remember if that was a reference to something like
they were gonna do something. They had a mission they were going
yeah,
on, and then
I don't know if I don't know if that was a thing that's been planned for later. I might have to go back and double check. But yeah, no, he can't go there. This is sad. So they go help out Team RWBY, and Cinder, Mercury, and Emerald are like, there's a thing going on. Let's also go there. So like basically what happens is we get a cool scene of like, you know, Team RWBY doing their thing, Team Juniper doing their thing, and Cinder comes along in her villainess costume, like outfit. To be fair though, I guess like the government don't know, but it's just kind of weird that RWBY, she probably saw her one day, or Glinda at the start of the whole season, and just don't recognize that dress. Regardless, yeah, like Cinder is here with Mercury and Emerald, and she just walks away. She's just like, okay, Goonies, you guys just do the rest. She just shows up to Aura Farm for a second.
I mean, why else would one show up to something?
So like they do some Yeah, like they do some fighting stuff to be like covert, like they're like, oh, we're contributing as well. We're not sus. And then you can just throw aside everything that just happened because Monty came in the room again. And he's like, guys, I've got some really cool OCs I want to throw in here.
Yeah. Well, and also we get the completely unearned ending of John's arc, I guess, because he.
Oh yeah, Jean cuts down a bear by
Yeah, because
himself.
earlier in the
Oh,
season we saw him training with
yeah,
Pyrrha.
like the first time he fights the bear, Pyrrha's like using her semblance because her semblance. We never mentioned this. Her semblance is like magnesium, like magneto power kind of thing.
Magnesium.
Magnesium, magnetism.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, what's magnesium? Where did it come that? Made up a whole new word.
Yep.
No, it's a word. It's like a vitamin or something.
Yeah, it's a
Oh, what? That's a word.
Yes.
What the hell is that?
That was you. You were trying to pronounce magnetism, but you slipped over to a different word entirely. Yes.
That's why I'm called Derp. Anyway,
but
see, it's my out. Whenever I make a mistake, I can always fall back on my name.
Oh, you're so derp.
My trump card, motherfucker.
But anyway, so yeah, we see them training earlier in the season. She's like, "Wow, you've been getting better." And then at the end of the season, he's like, he cuts down a bear, and we're to assume that's because he's been training. Did we see the training? No. Do I want more focus episodes to see the training? Absolutely not. So I guess this is it.
Yeah, he cuts down the bear, and Pyrrha's like, "Whoa, what a man he's become." Anyway, yeah. So we skipping away from that. Team Coffee, that's their name. They drop. Yeah, they drop down out of the ship, and the song "Caffeine" begins to play. Do you get it?
I'm gonna be so for real with you. I was scrolling Twitter when their fight scene happened.
Yeah, I don't blame you. It's like mostly Coco in her like German problematic uniform thing, I believe. Proceeds to like gun down everything with a minigun, and Velvet. That's the bunny rabbit. I know you probably like who. Yeah, she pulls out like a thing, and Coco's like, oh, Coco's the leader, by the way, the sunglasses. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, Velvet pulls out a thing, and she's like, I can't wait to do something. And then Coco's like, not now, Velvet. You got to save that for later, because Monty's like, oh, I got a thing I want to pull out later. Ooh. I want people to know, even though I'm making all these comments, I love Monty's work, but I just find his I find him endearing in the way that he will literally just like pull things out and just like I want to put something in here. So I think he's such a creative. He was such a creative soul. I love all of his work, but man, I can't imagine being in the room when you're like making the show and you just something has to be inserted here because he just came up with it like on the spot.
I mean, he wasn't just like telling. He was like an animator. Like he had to do it. Like
yeah, like this was well. He had a team. This wasn't like
sure. But what I mean is like it's not like he was like. It's not like he was like Marvel Studios coming into some poor overworked VFX people like, hey, do this. Like, no, he had to do it too. So like,
yeah, I just find it really, really endearing.
No, it's great.
Yeah, like we'll see more of them in Volume 3. But yeah, no, they just show up and basically just steal the show. Like again, they get their own theme song. Caffeine, I'm a dream. Take you out. It's very good song.
Is this the song where they have the line "Notify a Mexican"? I
think so.
That's insane.
Mexican, yeah, it might be like because there's like a big yeah. I think this might be.
Is the show over yet?
No, it's still going. They're writing the script for Volume 10.
I meant this.
Oh, this volume. Yeah, I mean they save the day. Roman gets taken to prison. Whatever. Cinder and co. In the credits, they team up with Adam. You know, remember him from the trailer? He's finally back. And also, Team RWBY basically say like, "Man, we didn't learn a lot, but we did save the day. All right." Let's go back to school, guys.
They're like, we sure did. Good news, Patrick. We saved the town.
Yes, exactly that. I mean, Glinda does basically just come in with like admin,
That's
like
fair.
admin controls, like fixes the server with her powers.
That's fair.
We never get to see Glinda fight since like that cool thing from like Volume 1. I wish we got more Glinda fighting, but no, she just
I mean,
fixes the
she's
city.
too broken.
Yeah, well, she is. But yeah, she just fixes the city and then save the city, Patrick, and then roll credits. I already set the end credit scene, so
Yeah,
it
and
don't
then
matter.
Yang's mom shows up.
Oh yeah, Yang's mom. So you know that scene where she's like, "Oh, we have much to talk about, Yang." You know that cool scene?
Yeah.
You can forget about that because they kind of retcon that after.
What? Wait, what? What? How?
Yeah, it got retconned.
How? But I saw it with my eyes.
Yeah, so I kind of didn't want to get in the weeds of it, but basically, Volume 3, sadly, tragically, and I'm trying my best to say this as sincerely as possible, but yeah, Volume 3 is the season where Monty unfortunately like passed away, and kind of a lot of changes happened around that time because they were like, what do we do with the story? Because this was his baby. He had so many ideas, but like a lot of them were like locked in his brain. I think he did share what he could before he did pass. But yeah, so like that scene at the end of the credits was one of those things where the writers just decided, let's not, because we don't know what the hell to do with this. So it just kind of becomes a little funny. Remember that thing? And
do they at least go like, oh, it was a dream or something?
no,
Like,
no. They only address the mom in like the the train fight. So it's just like a funny like cliff note in the history of RWBY. It's just we had this one little scene and it never gets addressed ever again because forget about it.
In my head canon, that after credit scene is a dream.
Yeah.
I mean it should have been at least, yeah. But I don't know. Funky stuff involved with that, I guess. But yeah, no, I guess I should just say we will see the mom like at some point later down the line. It's just kind of crushing because this is actually we didn't really mention this at the start, but like that is one of the loose plot threads that was kind of set up in one of the trailers, in the yellow trailer where Yang goes to the club and she's like, I'm looking for someone. That someone she's talking about is her mom. So it's kind of annoying that as we were just about to get to that with the end of season 2, the like Monty passed away with Volume 3, and just plans changed. So that got like basically pushed back to a later point.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the trailers. Volume 1, Volume 2. All things considered, like rough edges aside, I love these seasons. like sincerely. I find them like endlessly charming, endlessly entertaining. It's my biggest critique about like the first 2 seasons is just that they were made at the time where the show didn't really take itself 100% seriously. Yes, season 2 was like, okay, we're gonna go lean into this, like we're gonna sit like fight the the White Fang and whatever. But like it's still very simplistic, and I think that unfortunately with where the show goes later, it kind of loses a lot of the strengths just because it doesn't take the time to do a stronger job at fleshing out the characters, their backstories, and the world building. So a lot of what I've just mentioned kind of has to be retroactively added with like later seasons where they have to like, okay, we need to address this thing now. We need to address this thing now. Which becomes like kind of like a too little too late situation in some scenarios, and very overdue, like how is it taken this long to address this? Like there are things we haven't like even mentioned just because of how small and insignificant they are, but they're kind of weird in the moment. Like the very first time Oz and Ruby meet, he's like, you have silver eyes.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah, what's that about? We won't find out for another.
He must have known the parents or something, right? Like he's like, oh, you have your mother's eyes or something.
We won't find out what that means for a while. You know, a lot of things, really.
Well,
Yeah, but I've said my piece. I love these like early seasons. Like I've ripped into them alongside you guys. But like, yeah, I really do love them. But what about you? What about you, Ace?
I enjoyed it. Um, like I said, I think a lot of times it alternates between like, oh, this is fun and literal brain poison. But I expressed what I thought was the brain poison. No, it's fun. I mean, again, not to sound like I'm like patting anyone on the head or whatever, but genuinely a like a massive achievement for like a
Yeah, like
small
this
studio.
like I talk all this stuff about how like the show later on becomes part of a company, but like this was when it was like an independent still, like just like a
Yeah.
small group of friends and a couple animators and whatnot. Like
No,
this was still very much independent.
the
Yeah,
only thing I can really think of that I would say is like the thing I would say is the biggest downside is something that they couldn't control, and that's that like I think this would do better if it had more like slice of life episodes. Because
yeah.
because
I would love to experience. I mean, it might sound dumb to people, but like I would have loved to see just like the group of the cast just experience their school days like a bit, just to see like how the lessons and
oh yeah.
all like the shenanigans they could have gotten into. I know other people just want more action, but I'm like, I don't know. Let me experience more of their world,
Well, I just want
without
more
the
time with
stakes.
the characters. Like as it stands right now, I don't really care that much about too many of the characters.
Yeah,
Like,
especially like I mean for now, like it's not an issue, but it's like especially an issue for Team Juniper's team, where like the only thing I can say about Team Juniper besides like the obvious important characters there being Jean and Pyrrha, like you got the cool quiet one Ren, and you've got Pinkie Pie Nora Valkyrie, and that's all I can say about them here. It's just they're like character archetypes because they don't. There's like a scene, I guess, where like Jean's kind of sad and mopey, and he's like, "I can't get the date to the dance, and I want to talk to you, bro, Ren, because we've been buddies forever, right?" Like, and Ren's just like, "Huh?"
yeah. I
So awkward, yeah, because stuff has happened off screen, not in front of us.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like you know, Derp. My favorite anime of all time is the original Sailor Moon, and the
Yeah,
reason for that is because you have all these episodes where you just get to see the characters like fuck around. Like you have plenty of
yeah,
time to fall in love with that each cast member, and each cast member is someone's favorite because you have someone you can connect to. Um, Not so here. And again, like I'm not. That's they can't like logistically they couldn't do that. They couldn't make a 50 episode or even 20 episode season. Like they did what they could with what they had, except for the John
yeah,
episodes. Fuck that. But so I don't know. I mean, I guess I like going forward. I hope that we do get a bit more like character focus. Like I'd like to explore some of the more like interpersonal dynamics of the team. But
yeah.
overall, it's fun.
Mhm.
That's all I got. It's a good time.
It's fun. It's a
Oh,
good time.
yeah.
What about you, Lavi? I know you've been pretty quiet for like the last half hour. Just any notes?
RWBY, especially the first two volumes, is an interesting experience and a really impressive one considering it's like one of the first proper fully animated web shows like of this kind that came out at the time. I think it has a lot of rough areas that it needed to work out, especially when it comes to character attention, world building, and plot progression. And we'll see how it ends up dealing with those over the course of the series. But for the most part, yeah, these two volumes are fine enough on their own.
Riveting stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna give us the outro.
All right, then. So thank you guys both very much for showing up today. Hopefully we can continue this going forward with volume 3. But can you guys tell us where they can find you guys?
You go first, Ace.
Yeah, you can find me at my YouTube channel, TheSilverAce01, where once every 1 to 2 months, because I am horribly undisciplined, me and a mutual friend of ours, Ian Waffles, put out a podcast called Sonic Comic Chaos, where we talk about, you guessed it, Sonic the Hedgehog comic books. We started doing the rebooted Archie Sonic comics. Then we moved into the pre-reboot Archie Sonic comics. And now we just kind of do whatever. We still do that, but now we do like the classic stuff. We do IDW stuff. We just kind of do. We just did one on the Archie Sonic.
You do a lot about Archie.
Yeah.
And I mean this respectfully, Lavi. I'm not trying to be mean. But like, if you're a viewer here of a frequent viewer of the Lavi channel, and you want more Archie, go to SilverAce channel. He covers like all that stuff.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Please check him out.
Oh, thank you. I mean, I assume no one was gonna say don't check out my channel.
Don't check out SilverAce's. He likes Frontiers. I don't. That means don't go there.
Fair enough. Anyway, yeah, that's and then Twitter and Blue Sky also SilverAce01.
All right.
Yeah, and I'm Derpaduh. I sometimes make anime content where I critique the most insignificant things about shows, be it like half an episode of a very weird premise, or like literally a song, insert song that was just executed in the most poor way. And I might upload hopefully next year when I remember what video topic I want.
That's only a month and a half at this point.
Oh no! Yeah, I make content about anime, and hopefully I'll make a video in 2026 soon. So you can find me over there on YouTube, Derpaduh, and also on Twitter at 2Derpaduh. And that's me.
All right, perfect. All right, thank you guys so much. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you all next time.
See ya.
Bye, guys.
Bye.